Back.
Alright, we're good.
Right, who wants to give us a recap of the last session?
Go for it.
Error.
Yeah, I guess I could go for it. When we last, during our last meeting, we were just about to enter the town of Uberstrike. Upon our arrival at the gates, we found a long line of people and a guard who was refusing to let anyone in without waiting or paying a convenience fee. After a bunch of finagling and vented anger from Allie, threats made, promises made, who knows? Eventually, Allie paid him enough to let us pass. As we entered the city, we saw that the guards were pretty much relieved of their duties for now by the soldiers from Altdorf, and there were many conflicts between the population of Uberstrike and the soldiers, and a clear aura of resentment. Upon our arrival at the Red Moon Inn, Siegfried proceeded to retire to his room for unknown purposes, possibly just to rest. And it was Ali, Daenerys, and Vedrick who were left to sit in the tavern until the day was over. In the tavern, they met with a young, dapper, sprightly-looking fellow by the name of Jasper Carthage, who professed to be a student of the magical arts, particularly that of metal. Upon making our brief introductions and showing some interest, and in Allie's case, a little bit of resentment, a trio of halfling thugs from the Lowhaven gang, an empire-spanning criminal organization, busted into Loner's tavern and harangued the bard, Pacey, who was a dear friend of Allie's. Upon seeing that they intended to harm her, Allie decided to attempt to defend her, and so threw himself into a brawl. Meanwhile, Jasper decided to assist Allie, perhaps as a show of friendship, though who knows. Along with Vedrick and Daenerys, eventually managed to defeat them. Vedrick accidentally stomping one's head in and killing him. The Lowhavens swore revenge, and Pacey claimed that none of the group were safe anymore, not while we owe a debt to them, such as killing one of their own. And so we end the day with Vedrick in his room, and Allie entering, professing his desire to learn the art of language on paper. The Vedrick agreed to assist him in the matter, also uttering some ominous words. We will see soon what the next morning shall bring.
Bum bum bum. Sounds good.
Right. Doing some stuff for that. Okay. Town. There we go. All right. You have take a few weeks to recover from your recent encounter with the Lowhavens. Venturing forth on all manner of personalized items of interest, allowing you each to perform up to 3 in the hours.
Alright.
However, I must roll a settlement event for each,
Oof.
Oof.
Ow.
totaling 4. Who wishes to be first?
I got it.
The halfling.
The halfling.
What? 1d100, right?
Paul does it.
Okay.
Invisible.
Yep. Go.
It's
Oh,
behind the
sync link.
screens.
Flux. Flux. Flux.
Throwback, baby.
Hey, Paul and Bird, don't forget to join the Red Moon Inn on a separate window for the music and stuff.
Oh, the music's on. Okay, hold on.
No, it's on here.
Oh, it's on the main one?
Yeah.
Never mind.
Can you not hear it on the main
I can. I just had both open, so I assumed.
one? No, that one's for like storing stuff.
Okay. I thought it was for the jukebox.
No. That might be an interesting idea.
That could probably reduce some of the lag.
I don't know though because it.
You'd be clicking back and forth a lot, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Okay, who's next?
I'll go next.
Interesting.
Ow.
Okay, and who's next?
I can go.
Okay, and then Wedrick.
Wedrick. His Slavic name, I guess. I don't know. His Kislevite name. Wedrick.
Okay, very good. All right. So who would like to go through?
Should we do it in order?
Hors d'oeuvres.
Orders? Order of,
You can do
Ali
like
has-
1 week each.
Ellie has a first.
Halfling.
Yeah.
What's your
What would you
first
like to do?
endeavor?
My
Use
first
the
endeavor.
endeavors macro. Pull up endeavors.
All right. My first endeavor. House first. I think I wanna hear the latest news, Paulus. I think that's what Ali will do. He'll try to get back into the swing of Uber's Reich with or could I do like a begging spree basically?
It'd be income, right?
Well, I mean it
So
could be
you
income.
can beg 4 times an hour, say 8 hours a day for a week. What's the math on that?
Yeah. Okay.
Probably OP is what the man.
Yeah, probably.
You'd probably be like, you'd have 100 gold at the end of that.
Jesus.
224
begging
begging.
spree if you want.
Sure.
Screw being a noble, begging's where it's at.
Yeah, exactly.
Rolling.
All right. Actually, no. I'll
Could be rolling
I'll
till
do
the end of the
latest.
session.
I'll do the latest news.
Okay.
Latest news. Where are you? There you are. All right. Attempt the gossip challenge. Gossip.
Gossip.
That's -10 because you're not a ranger or a river
Correct.
folk. Yeah. Interesting.
Ooh.
Ooh. Mmm.
Okay. If you succeed, you learn an interesting rumor. Add plus SL adds another rumor.
Oh, you're not gonna do the latest news?
No, that's what I was doing. It says this endeavor allows you to learn
You could click on the latest. Oh, you
Yeah,
did. Okay.
yeah.
But the effects of the latest news are different from the effects of gossip.
Right.
Yeah. If you succeed, you learn an interesting rumor. Each SL adds another rumor.
Yeah.
And may be connected to your may be connected to the upcoming
But yeah,
adventure.
yeah. We'll do the latest news, Paulus.
3 rumors.
Yes.
Right. Let's see. Roll the 20. And tell me that result.
The slush.
12. The result is 12, if you didn't hear me before.
Yeah. Ubersreich is home to one of the best stonemasons in the Reichland. I travelled halfway across the Empire to employ him on behalf of my master, but sadly it seems he vanished just a few weeks ago. I tried reporting it to the Watch in the precinct, but they didn't care.
It's missing stonemason. Okay. Ooh, disappeared. Interesting.
Next, D20.
The big 11.
Did you hear about that den father, Ost Kretschmer? He's the priest of Ulrich up in the precinct. Been yabbering on about needing some group of adventurers for something or another.
Father... What?
Den
Den
father
father.
Holst Etchman.
Holst Etch. Okay. Needs group of adventurers. Interesting.
It's cool how they're named their den fathers.
Yeah.
Students.
Like, wait, Den Father as in, like...
Well,
Ulrich's
Ulrich
the Winter Wolf.
Oh,
god,
okay,
basically.
okay. The final D20. Are you kidding me?
12, 11,
A
10. That's hilarious.
Slowly.
Surely.
You're very tight grouped.
Apparently.
You can go below the midline at least.
One second.
Okay.
I'm trying to make sure I don't accidentally get it to the same hooks.
Right, right.
You know, there's a stonemason.
Alright. Who's passing her? Who needs a stonemason this badly?
Oh, there's a stonemason.
Is this a trick? Is it, how many stonemasons? It's just a necromancer trying to make tombs. I need as many stonemasons as possible.
What's that? What does that notice say? It says, any parties with information regarding the disappearance of Johann Hoffman are ordered to contact the Watch at once. Monetary
Johann-
compensation may be provided. By order of Watch Captain Andrea Pfeffer.
Johann Hoffman. Isn't that the... Yeah, that is him. That's the guy who's gonna teach me the crossbow.
Was it?
No, it's well. His name is Johann.
Johann.
That guy
Different
lives in-
Johann,
He's
yeah.
a
Okay.
Cecil guy.
Yeah, he's like way in the Shoesel sauce right now.
Wait, no, we've seen that name before though.
You've seen Johann, yeah, that was the guy.
Yeah.
That was the guy who.
Whoa.
I don't think we've seen Johann Hoffman before.
Yeah, we have.
No.
That,
Have you?
I
don't think I've introduced him yet.
I think it was a different rumor. Anyway. Johann
Maybe.
Hoffman, huh?
Perhaps.
Could be
Okay.
another Johann Hoffman.
True.
Brohan.
There was a Hauptmann,
Right.
It's possible,
I
yeah.
think.
Okay. Too many Papa Johanns. Alright.
Isn't
Are
Hauptmann
you
mean
satisfied
captain?
with these rumors?
I mean, I would assume so. That's some interesting leads here and there.
Got his ear to the pier,
Yeah.
his eyes to the skies.
Why? Okay, I guess you can't have both open, otherwise it bugs out the audio. Okay. But yeah. I think that shall suffice, Paulus. Would there be any chance he would be hearing his rumors as he's begging, or probably not?
Yeah, go ahead and make a begging roll.
Okay. All right. Big beg.
Big beg.
Hang on, I gotta change my name back. Oh.
Okay,
Wait.
unfortunately, this was not travel, settlement event. A terrible storm comes in. Inclement weather, making begging quite
Unprofitable.
Yeah.
unprofitable and unbearable, almost unbearable, as everyone is in a dour and foul mood. You
Okay.
stick to the doorways and insides of dwellings
Right.
and shop fronts, absconding from the wet, sloshings of
The
Cobblestone.
Placing
Yes.
schlossing.
Okay. Fair enough. Is anyone else getting the double play of music, or is it just me? That's probably just me.
Did you
Okay.
leave and come back?
I did.
I do have the double playing music actually. Like I can barely hear the other one. Like one's super quiet, but I see the jukebox two are playing.
What are they called?
Town Chill Pillars of Eternity, Town Chill 24 Eora Redux.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay.
Okay, one of them's gone now.
They should both be gone.
They're both gone
Yeah.
now.
Okay, everybody refresh.
All
Alright.
right.
Fucking uke box.
Okay, is everybody fully in?
I am.
Yes.
Is anybody not fully in?
What does fully mean in?
You loaded in.
You're in the game.
Yeah, I'm in.
Okay, there should be only one song playing.
Correct.
Okay, try not to leave the browser window because if you do that, it bugs out. And also don't use Chrome if you're using Chrome.
Rip.
Let me see if I got Edge.
I
on
say
here.
this every session.
I
Don't use Chrome.
don't use. I don't think every session.
I definitely mentioned the last
I wasn't here last week.
three.
All right. Let's see.
Well, don't do it right now because don't leave the the window. Do it
Okay.
later.
All right.
Wow.
All right, who's next?
Me.
Von Schlesel.
I'm the schlissel.
Pick your endeavor.
Um.
And some of these settlement events will affect each other because
Mhm.
they're going by week. So just be aware now that there's a
Pouring
pretty
rain.
bad storm.
I am tending to my wounds, the festering wounds on my side. So I'm gonna go to the priestess of Shalia, the Shalian hospice, to tend to that.
Okay, what is the
Endeavor.
no? What's the? How long do you have that?
Festering wounds was 2 weeks, I think.
When did you gain it?
Let's see. I gained it at the when we got popped up. The fight with
Okay.
everyone.
Alright, relocate yourself to the
Alright.
appropriate area.
34.
So both Shalia's 35.
Yep. 35 or 34, I thought.
35.
Alright.
35.
The
Bam.
Physicians Guild is 34. So.
And
Close.
while I'm there, I would like to try to learn how to better toughen my body.
The Sisters of Shalia will not be particularly. I mean, they're welcoming, but they tend to be a bit annoyed if someone who's like obviously wealthy
Alright,
utilizes their services.
I'll kick off somewhere else then.
You can do it, but
No, if they're visibly annoyed, I won't go there. I just went there because we went there before.
yeah, but at that point you were just Scion, right?
Yeah, it was a Scion.
Yeah.
So, okay. I didn't realize.
Pylon?
A Scion, not a
Cylon.
Then I guess I'll go to the apothecary. Which is quarter. Is there like a hospital?
Physicians Guild
Physicians
has
Guild?
doctors.
Alright, I'll go to the Physicians Guild then. Bam. This is perfect. I wanted to talk to the guild masters also. But basically what I wanted, it's training, my endeavor.
Okay. What are you training?
Training, toughness.
Okay, go ahead and toughness isn't in your career.
It is not in my career.
Okay. So you're gonna have to play double XP.
Mm-hmm. So I'm spending 150 XP to get 3 levels.
Wow.
What's your current toughness?
It was
Or what's
28.
your current advances?
0.
Okay, I see. So 150 XP is the XP cost. And then 150 plus 1d10 brass pennies.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
10.
It's skills, okay.
158 brass pennies. Bust out my calculator real quick.
Calculator.
500 minus 158. What's that? Then divide that by 20. 17 shilling. Nope, not 11. 17 shilling. 10 pennies. So 214 plus 158. Did I do that right? I think so. Alright, I subtracted the pennies. I subtracted 158 Phoenix. And I've leveled up my toughness 3 times.
Toughness.
Dr. Krupp, Otto Krupp, the guildmaster, will offer to tend your festering wound and heal it quicker.
Oh,
For price.
okay. And what is his price?
Three silver shillings.
I'll pay him 3 silver shillings. I'll give him 4 for it, since he's doing such a good job with the guild.
He thanks you and trying to think of how to begin speaking about a refer a friend discount and invites you to join his
Membership club?
ziggurat plan of selling medicinal wares. You can quickly tell that he is seems to be in some ways more interested in selling his various, advertising his services and his
Mhm.
various cure-alls,
Then
rather than tending to his patients. To which he leaves most of the work to
the
a couple of younger doctors.
apprentices and such, yeah.
Theodosia Gratt, graduate of the University of Altdorf, and Bernhard Bayer, who you met at the masquerade.
Okay. Theodora
Theodosia.
Doze?
Theodosia Gratt.
Dosia Grat. Okay, cool. And then Bernhard. Wait, just put that in my notes. While he's tending to my wounds, can I ask him if the counts, how often all the guild masters meet? And if I wish to speak to them, if I could join in on a meeting once.
He says that the guildmasters only consult one another at town council meetings, which are closed affairs.
Okay.
They're monthly. Well, technically they're weekly, but common folk can talk monthly, can like speak to them monthly.
Mm-hmm. There's like, they're weekly, but there's a monthly one that's open.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good.
And those happen at the town hall.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good.
He also, well, give me a gossip check.
Alright. Oof.
Never mind. He's a bit annoyed that you don't want to buy any of his cure-alls.
Alright.
Oh,
Unless you do.
Well, what's he selling? What kind of cure-alls?
He has what he claims to be a cure for the flux.
And he's selling it for how much?
Um, $5 silver.
I'm gonna hold off on that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Guildmaster. But not entirely necessary for me
He
currently.
crumbles and shoos you away.
Interesting. That's going in my notes.
Next, young Jasper.
So, Jasper's saying he would try to make some money. Obviously, as a wizard, he has language magic as his income skill. How exactly would someone like use that to make money? Like offer their
You tell me.
services?
You tell me.
The language magic is essentially just speaking the magical language, right?
It's just casting spells. So
Casting spells. Okay.
do you have petty spells?
Yeah, I have petty spells.
Think about how you might use those to make money.
Vedrick, do you already know, Bird, do you already know what you want to do with Vedrick?
Yes, but I mean, like, I'm not inflexible right now. What do you mean, like,
I just didn't know it was related to my skills, so I have to think about how I'm gonna. If you wanted to go before me, I mean.
I can go before you if you want.
Okay.
Yeah,
Alright, first week. Would endeavor involve going to see Engel?
Yeah, that could be consultant expert.
Yeah.
Go ahead
I
and
want-
hit that consultant expert.
Endeavors. Consult an expert. And I know where he is, so consult. Okay.
Yes. How can I help you?
Vidric will
Music.
say. Yeah, it's interesting. I was wondering if you had any
Ah,
news on...
finally, you've returned.
Yes.
Please step into the light.
Vidric steps into the light.
Very good. What can I do for you, my elven friend?
I have, well, I was wondering if you had made any progress.
Ah, yes, I have found it. It was hidden away in some trifling papers.
May I
One
see?
moment. What's the document using for the riddles?
It's the end of the grimoire. Which obviously can be expanded.
The jeweled sleeve, where purple portents sit above prestige. There shall ye go, find a man and his best friend, on the trail of tales all men should hear. I can't quite tell what the blasted fool was thinking, but this is his handwriting. A note flutters down from the rafters, and you deftly grab it from the air.
Jeweled sleeve. Purple portents. It sounds like, shyish, perhaps.
Never trust an amethyst wizard. Or any wizard for that matter.
Vidric chuckle. Vidric will say, very well. I had another question, if you don't mind me asking.
Of course.
I'm sure you are already aware, but there is a young wizard that has recently come to Ubersreich. His name is Jasper. I believe he is of the Gold Order, or at least an apprentice to one. I think he needs some guidance towards.
Ah, Boner has mentioned this before, and I have felt the wind of Camon, dense, quickening to the metallic substances of my tower. But it is not from young Jasper that the wind flows, for he is but a petty young wizard in training, less skilled in the art than even the youngest of your kind. No, there is another recently arrived with the state army from Altdorf.
Some sort of battle mage.
Indeed, of great strength and formidable will. Gustavus Guggenheimer of the Gold Order.
Guggenheimer. And where does this Guggenheimer reside?
He resides in Blackrock Castle, advising Lady Nacht and General Dabernick on matters of politics and magic. His presence here suggests the Altdorfers have more than a passing interest in the Uberstrike. I regret I have not yet made his acquaintance personally, but have heard horrific tales of his wind's power against the horrendous might of the Norskins to the north.
Ah. What's his name in chat? How you thought him?
Gustavus Guggenheimer. There we go.
Very well. I shall hope. I suppose, I should hope that he is receptive to such a young, recently apprenticed wizard, such as Jasper. He seems the type of man who has much on his plate.
Indeed.
That Vidric will kind of look at the page one more time, like the note one more time, think, and say, I think that'll be all for now. Thank you again.
Of course. Tell Loner our deal is still up.
Of course. Vidric politely nods.
And one more thing.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard any more of these Skaven, of this white rat?
Skaven. No. No Skaven. Then again, we were not in Ubersreich for the past few weeks. I
I
followed.
believe the white rat has gone to ground, so to speak. But I fear we have only seen the start of his attempts at usurping power in Ubersreich.
I have felt something stirring in the winds. Something faint, but off. Perhaps it is nothing, but it could be something.
The time will come when I will need to make my stand here. But for now, I thank you for your service.
Roderick politely nods again and goes to leave. Into
See
the
a swirl of light and mist as the bookcase disappears, and you find yourself exiting out of the apothecary once more.
into the rain.
Yeah.
And Vedrick has his hood very closely over his head.
Move to the wizard.
Oh yeah,
Which
yeah,
way?
yeah.
Come on.
What's the number of
12.
that? It's 12. Yeah. 12.
It's
There
up,
it is.
Up
it's up here, yeah.
I didn't realize it was all the way up there.
Yeah.
I thought it was like down over here.
Some things have been moved around, but it's also the case that everyone can see like the wizard's tower clearly when they look at the skyline, but then when they try and like circle around finding the entrance, it's impossible.
That's funny.
Apart from those who know that it's via the apothecary.
Yeah, I'd assume it's like one of those like illusions that's like it always looks like you're looking at it from a distance.
Yes, yeah. As you leave, the apothecary will ask if you wish to purchase anything.
Do I have money? There's my
Christoph Engel,
character
and
sheet.
the apothecary is Cordelia Wesseling.
Let's see. Magical,
I have digestive tonics, earth root, faxteril, healing drafts, poultices, nightshade, stalwart.
Faxteril is the bleeding one, right? That's the...
Yes.
Faxteril, that could be useful.
15 silver apiece. They're quite rare in these parts.
Perhaps I will come back. I'm in a bit of a short for change right now. And, vegetable leave.
Good. Jesper?
Jesper.
So I was thinking, so Jasper knows warning. So would it make sense for Jasper as a wizard maybe to kind of check drinks for like lords or nobility who are new to the area, maybe who haven't brought their own cupbearers with them?
What's the spell?
Warning. You can check like for like poison or whatever.
Okay, let's give that a go. Go ahead and roll your well, it's see, I don't have a macro for you, but I think it's
This is cool music.
isn't it plus yeah, plus 20 language magic.
That's a super cool spell, actually.
Warning.
Yeah.
Nope.
That was close. That was really close.
Oof.
That's a huge language magic.
Well, it's plus. He said plus 20.
Plus 20, yeah.
Oh,
I also want to failure you receive half as much as you normally would. What is your tier? Brass, silver, gold?
Brass 3. So I believe it's.
Danny's 3. There's going to be 60-10 brass pennies divided by 2.
So 3d10 brass pennies.
Or 60-10 divided by 2.
Shut up, Caleb.
So 20, I guess, round
I
down.
can round it up to 21.
Okay.
21 brass pennies. So you purport to be able to check drinks. Not many people believe you. In fact, a few of the upper class that you approach seem to be giving you coins just to make you go away.
classic.
Nice.
That's funny.
But he can be. Can he be public about it? Because he is. Is he licensed or is he not? He's still an apprentice. I don't know how that.
He's an apprentice, but he has a license for to be an apprentice. Yeah.
Right.
Did you
okay.
check out his art? You see on his whatchamacallit? His cloak? What's pinning his cloak to his chest? It's kind of tiny. You should probably click on it. Got a little bit of Fitz references
wind.
in there. That's the wind logo for.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
Well, that's sick.
For come on.
Come on.
The wind of come on.
Right, Allie?
All right. Next endeavor, right?
Oh wait, so Vedrick.
Yeah, we all went for the first
needs
week.
anvil. Yeah, I'm putting these in the calendar.
Ah.
It's
No,
actual
I
fact, though.
had I had it as Jasper, but I refreshed and I forgot to change it back.
Yeah.
Ah, see that's what the issue was.
That'll
Yeah.
do it to you.
That's you know.
The big cut.
No, we had to do it to him.
Just for kicks to see what I would have gotten. Oh, of course.
The rain subsides.
Nice.
Okay, cool.
Week 2.
Is there any chance we could do a little harpy pause?
Yep.
All right. So I'm assuming we all pretty much reconvene at the Red Moon Inn. Each night.
So
That's the wrong. Don't look at that.
Oh,
That's
alright.
the wrong number.
Too
That's
bad
the
I've
right.
got photographic memory of half of a sheet of paper.
Classic.
I think I saw the letter A in there.
I saw
don't-
some fancy script.
Yeah, it was basically the rumors. That's just where I put the rumors that I might give to you
Okay.
guys.
I had my character sheet up, so I didn't see anything.
All right.
Are the events that you roll randomly or secretly, are they only revealed if they are triggered, kind of?
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Good
Like
stuff.
rain, you have to wait for rain to be triggered.
Well, like if I said it's gonna rain, so social things will be harder, then you could be like, I don't want to do social thing because I
Yeah.
know that it's gonna rain, but you wouldn't know that it's gonna rain.
Right,
unless you were,
yeah.
Like a heavens guy.
Yeah, heaven.
Actually, I think there's a petty spell that lets you.
There's one that lets
detect
you
rain.
clear the rain around,
Yeah.
like for a little bit. Not like hugely, but
Yeah,
very
so that would
small.
help with that. But,
Protection from rain.
You could have like a small little buffer. People would kind of look at you like, why isn't he wet?
All right. But we
Oh.
still got old Jasper out in here.
Yeah.
Casper.
Jasper.
Vedrick, as we do meet, I assume we're probably either at a table or somewhere, not just standing.
well, this is you guys entering.
Okay.
Oh, we're actually just entering. Okay.
Oh, it's on the
Oh.
grid now. Nice.
Vedrick will actually kind of speak to Jasper and say, if I could talk to you for a quick moment.
Sure. What do you like to talk about?
You are searching for someone to train you, correct?
That may be the case.
I may know of someone.
That old
Question is-
the old gray wizard.
No, he's Lore of Shadow. As far as I'm aware, you humans can only practice one lore.
Barely one at that.
It'll get better. Well, assuming you survive, of course. But that is another tale. I'll say there may be a certain powerful individual, knowledgeable in the wind of Kama, that just entered Ubersreich recently.
And he's looking to train someone?
Not necessarily, but as far as I hear from it, his capabilities are quite legendary amongst the Empire.
Not sure if he'd
And he is a renowned warrior.
what's this this guy's name?
He's going to, Vedrick is going to say, what can you, tell me, what can you, what is your aim? I may be willing to, trade a secret for a secret.
Fair enough. That's I don't know what kind of secrets I would have that you would be interested in, but
Oh, I like to know
Could,
things.
I could always also owe you a favor.
That could be, yes. I think that would be preferable. Indeed.
Or you
A
could
bargain.
or you could give me a try and see if I know anything you'd like to know. Doubtful, of course, but
I think the favor is more appropriate in this remark. We will save that for some time, but know that you have something you owe me for.
very well.
Very well. The name of the wizard is Gustavus Guggenheim.
Gustavus Guggenheim.
Guggenheimer. That's-
Guggenheimer.
He is a gold wizard from Altdorf, arrived with the army, and currently is in Blackrock Keep. Now, I assume he is here on business with the army, but should you be able to get an audience with him, you will probably find no better master in these parts.
Sounds like quite a legendary wizard. How would I go about approaching him? Would you suggest I just show up, or?
You're a member of the Gold College. I'm sure you know its protocols better than I do. I'm sure you'll be fine.
I have to. Jasper's kind of like gonna mutter under his breath. I better brush up on my notes.
Edric will say, and Edric will say, yes, if you do get the chance, then I would meet him. I will warn you, however, that trading what you know now of spells are small little trifles, as you probably were made aware by our master. Using true magic is dangerous.
Can you say the word of the day? Trifles. Trifles.
Classic. Word recycling.
Plus 1 XP for every time you appropriately use the word.
That would be pretty fun, actually. Like, something obscure, like onomatopoeia. How many times can you say onomatopoeia in this session?
Classic. Boom, bam. Oh, nice use of onomatopoeia. I was gonna say, but anyway, I'm sure you'll be fine. Just remember that favor.
Of course.
I may call upon it sooner rather than later.
Well, unless I become an apprentice, I'm not sure I'll have much else to do with my free time, so.
Mudrick just nods, smiles, and says, shall we join the others?
Jasper kind of gesture forward.
Vedrick walks, glancing at the remains of the bloodstain briefly.
Allie and Siegfried, you may converse.
I mean,
Alright.
I'll just turn over to. Is the food ready? Does Leonard have it like set out at the bar?
Full 8 potion. No, that's my Sean Bean.
That's pretty good,
Franz
Sean
Lowe.
Bean, I
8
ain't gonna
portions
lie.
of potato and fish stew.
I'm gonna
I set up that stew for you lot.
gonna gesture it over to Allie to go fetch it.
All right, Allie will carefully bring it over.
Make a strength check.
2 silver.
I'll give him 2 silver.
Is Pacey still there? Pause.
Yep.
Okay.
So, bar.
Allie will kind of give her a nod, and more or less
User
try to
entered your
gesture with his
channel.
head, like any information yet.
The door to the tavern open.
Whoa! Jasper, get your butt over here.
What'd you say, Allie?
Like when Allie comes over to pick up the stew, he'll try to catch Pacey's attention and more or less try to give her like a gesture, like, did you find out anything yet?
I did actually. Why don't you make a gossip roll?
Right. Gas.
Social macro gossip roll.
Nice.
Critical.
Wow.
We learned some critical gossip.
And
Did you
it's,
know Carl Franz wears pink underwear?
An additional question for each SL, I think.
Right.
Or you can spread a rumor.
Right. And if I remember correctly, I had her trying to find out about the rebellion, right?
Yes, the resistance.
Okay.
And she does something to report.
Right. Okay. Can I find out the name of the leader?
Guido Falk.
Guido
Fucking
Falk.
course. That's great.
Nice.
What family were they backing again, Paulus?
The Fong Young Freuds.
Only on Freud's.
Young boys.
Who have recently been ousted from Ubersreich.
Okay.
They were the
Ubersreich.
but the Altdorfers came in, and no one really knows why. They claimed it was political instability and corruption and other things, but there's still kind of confusion about why they were so quickly ousted.
Okay. How many? Well, how often did they meet?
He operates consistently. He's retired. He doesn't have a job. He's a retired captain
Okay.
of the town guard, the town garrison. So he's a military soldier, not a guard soldier. He's a captain who's retired. So he operates full time now, running this resistance group. So they meet consistently whenever they have a chance. Yeah.
Okay. So there's no no regular time. They just basically word of mouth meeting happening now, basically.
Right. It's very grassroots, difficult to kind of
Okay.
pin down.
Okay.
Not very organized. Well, at least not very. It's like your typical terror cell where
Right.
you only know the person like directly above you or directly below you.
Okay. So like they don't have like a regular meeting place in or anything like that.
They do have a regular meeting place. Do you want to ask that question?
Yeah.
Okay. She says they operate out of the cramped and crumbling Wandine Rookery, a slum northwest of the Arzens Quarter.
Operate out of the northwest corner. You said
Yes.
at the.
The Rookery is what? Why is he on the map so much?
Oh yeah, I was like.
Okay, let's see.
Okay.
Ooh. Fancy man.
Wow. Okay.
Shift C there.
Interesting.
It's man.
He operates out of the Rookery, which is a really decrepit slum that is uncensused. So don't know how many people are living there. It doesn't have access to the sewers, so it's built from ground up. There's no like basement system. It's all kind of ramshackle, tall and tilted slum tenement style buildings. So
Okay.
a perfect place for resistance to kind of crop up and hide. It would be difficult. It'd be like finding a needle in a haystack to locate his exact base of operations, but that's where Pacey believes they're currently located.
Okay.
So that's your third question. So you have two more if you want.
Do they have a sign?
They do. It's the von Jungfreud heraldry,
Okay.
which is the stag, I believe.
Okay. Last one.
White stag on blue background, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
One stag. Blue background. Okay. Last question. How do I know they're meeting? Like, I'm assuming that, like, because the common folk has, well, I guess the common folk aren't in on it, but, is there a particular contact that she found out, like, that could point to when a meeting is happening next?
She doesn't know anyone who is actively in the resistance, but she does know there are about 50 resistance fighters ready to take action. But Falk seems to be biding his time. He's a patient man and is waiting for a moment to strike. But he is not against using violence and even terror tactics to get rid of the Altdorfers and
Okay.
perhaps even push for a free Freistaat or Freiburg Überschreib. Permanent free status.
Okay.
Like Marienburg.
Yeah, as long as it would restore the von Jungfreuds.
Okay.
He's willing to do whatever it takes. Though also the part of the difficulty in finding out information is that the rookery is so cramped and densely populated that the watch doesn't even approach it. It's just ignored by the town watch because it's such a cesspit of human garbage.
Right. Interesting. A hive of scum and villainy. Villainy. Okay. Okay.
If you want, you can send her out to gather more, or you can.
On the, yeah, I'm gonna ask her to try to find someone that could lead me to a meeting. I want like
Find a contact in false resistance.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'll slide her. I'm running out of shillings, but I'll slide her a shilling because that's what I've been paying her.
Okay. She nods and immediately departs.
Yeah. Allie will bring over the rest of the soup. And
You
the
see
last
that,
of the
the
stew.
other high elf has arrived.
Yeah. Ah, no, that didn't you? Gonna keep it busy. Yeah.
Silence.
Yeah, just kind of withers under the elf's gaze and
Halfling,
flops neck.
fetch the extra stew.
Of course.
I want to turn to Jasper.
Ah, you must be Lord Siegfried. I've heard the little one over there talk about you.
Yes, he tends to do that often.
Siegfried this, Siegfried that.
Suppose it's nice.
Quite a muddy looking cape you've got there.
Yes, it is. I'm sorry, I don't believe we've met. Who are you?
I'm Jasper. I do around these parts, but
Yes, and how do you know there's a lot?
I met them yesterday. Kind of had a little bit of a tumble-in with some pesky halfling group.
Of course you did. So what are you good at? What you read? You're a scholar?
I dabble a bit.
Interesting.
I've started working at the magical arts.
You're another one of Bloody Magnus's madmen. Please tell me you're a bright wizard. Sent here to aid me in my journey.
Depends how you define bright,
Chuckles.
but
Bright as in fire.
no. Why do you require a bright wizard?
Vedrick chuckles again.
No particular reason. Oh. What do you do then?
As a wizard?
No, as a dog. Yes, as a wizard. What's your wizardry powers? Seen the foggy one before. I don't know what you are.
Well, I'm just an apprentice for now, but sooner than before you know it, I'll be charging around the battlefield.
Metal.
I study
That's
yes,
what he does.
metal.
Ah, golden. Curious. Well, I suppose I have a use for you.
Well, of course you have a use for me. Plenty of people have uses for me.
Yes. This brings me to the next matter of discussion. I want to thank you all for helping me in my expeditions thus far. I fear I have not been adequately grateful, so I aim to fix that. Henceforth, I shall be paying you all in service to my name, on top of providing shelter, food, and stare at Allie and Vedrick to a limited extent drink.
Thank you kindly, my lord. What brought this
And
to your attention? If you don't mind me asking.
the master must pay his servants, no? In the coming week, I shall ascertain the worth of each of your skills and pay you all accordingly.
You kind of see Allie like stand up, sit up a little straighter, start dusting off his coat a little bit, trying to look presentable. Probably not doing a very good job at it.
Vedrick nods. Why the sudden turn of generosity, Siegfried? So,
Well,
I suppose you did allow us into your keep, so thank you for that.
no, I feel that this matter has stretched further than I could have predicted. And shall be much more dangerous, I believe, than I wanted. Thus I must make it more of an incentive to stay. And to stay loyal.
Lord Siegfried, Addy mentioned your name many times, but I don't know if he specified exactly what you're doing here in this town.
Well, I am here to take over this town, of course.
I'll kind of like look around and like lean over the table slightly and half whisper, half say, by conquest?
I suppose
Or...
conquest is one way to put it. Not violently, though. Hopefully not violently. I prefer to not do it violently. I've had my fair share of violence for a month, at least.
So is this a sort of political jousting, or...?
Yes, precisely. So, but
It's a nice Cheers reference for everyone.
I like it. No, I shall tell you to an extent when we are in a more private spot what is going on.
Fair enough.
When we are in private as well, I do have some news that might be of interest to you.
Yes, I'm sure. But I shall continue. This is how our cards have fallen now. You are all in my service now, and I shall take care of you. You shall all be allowed to pursue your dreams and desires, but at the end of the day, you shall serve our cause, and until I have cleansed this sauce, and then, when that has happened, you are free to go your own way, choose your own path, for I shall be in your debts. Now, I must be honest with you, this news of my family home has disturbed me greatly, and it has caused me to question many aspects of my life. But I am steadfast in my goal, and I have a use for you, all of you, because this is bigger than any of us. This is not a matter of succession, not a matter of man and elf and halfling, not a matter of the Empire and Uthuan. This is a matter of light and dark, good and evil. This is life and death, everyone. When a wound is allowed to fester, it will take the whole body with it, and I will not lay idle while dark murmurings spread throughout this world and threaten to destroy it. So I expect efficiency and loyalty, not just to me, but to our cause. And furthermore, you must not speak a word of what goes on underneath the Schloss, because if an overzealous witch hunter or Sigmarite gets word of it, all will be for naught. So I'm forming a new plan. The first step will be seizing control of Ubersreich. There are people I must meet with in this town, and if I am to do this, hopefully we'll all be successful. Thus you are free to go about your ways for the coming weeks, do whatever pleases you. But when the wheels are in motion, I shall further instruct you all, so stay out of trouble.
What if trouble happens to find us, my lord?
But take care of it efficiently and effectively like we have before.
By blade and falls.
By whatever means necessary, halfling. Dinyara is skilled enough with a bow, I'm sure. I hope. She seemed like it. Jasper.
I will keep training and practicing.
Jasper is up and coming. He shall prove useful. And Vedrick, of course.
When Jasper hears his name, he's kind of like, as Siegfried was saying his little speech, Jasper's kind of like looking off into the distance wistfully. And as he hears his name, he kind of like snaps to attention and says, "Well, Lord, that must be a trifle more poetic than I expected."
Trifle.
Trifle.
Can you say the word together?
Trifle.
Trifle. I think that deserves drinks all around, if you ask me. How much drinks around here?
You should know. Your buddies with Lona, aren't you?
Oh, I haven't seen him since I was a wee lad. I don't know menu prices.
Very well. If you wish a drink, you may have a drink. Anyone else as well?
Well, I was gonna, yeah,
It's 3 crates of pop.
pay for you all, but maybe I should have consulted my friend Lona over there first.
Very well.
Why does everybody seem so dreary? Liven up.
Allie will
Wait, what
be
did you
thoughtfully
say?
looking at the table. Just he'll kind of turn his attention to every individual member and eventually falling back into Siegfried. So when does your plan seem to be setting in motion, my lord? Just a time frame.
The coming weeks. This week, next week, following week. I must be swift as a hurricane, because Altdorfers have already been in this town for quite some time, and dissent has been brewing.
Would you like more dissent, my lord?
What? I couldn't understand that.
Would you like more dissent, my lord?
More dissent?
If the people aren't happy with the leadership, maybe they need to find a correct leader.
Precisely.
Oh, that reminds me, Ali.
Yeah.
I believe you had completely forgotten about our proposed appointment.
Yes. Sorry. I was trying
This
to...
time, this week, if you wish to learn, it'll be this week.
Right.
Vidrick looks at Siegfried and says, "Reading and writing."
I thought I was gonna have to deal with another mage.
A halfling mage, don't get me started.
What? You think I just couldn't do it? Just because I'm a halfling?
Yes. In fact,
Yeah, you might have a point there. Not
Alright.
about all that, he kind of wiggles fingers at Siegfried, or at Frederick. Not really sure how that would even begin, to be honest.
Yes. Well,
one should
As
not
long
worry
as-
about things one can understand.
Well,
as long as you
possibly-
are not causing trouble for anyone, feel
Possibly
free to
a-
do whatever you like, halfling.
Possibly a better wizard than a warrior. Am I right?
Yes, quite. Siegfried starts eating.
Seems quite good with. You seem quite good with information, though.
Yeah, I can find my way around. When I need to. All about. And he'll kind of like stop himself and look at Jasper just suspiciously. What? You need something? You need some information.
Oh. Don't we always need information?
You're being very vague.
I don't need anything right now.
Right.
Just trying to pay you a compliment is all.
Kind of like straighten his collar again. Frederick, you said I'll need my own supplies, yes?
Just some basic writing supplies, yes.
Right. You wouldn't happen to know how much that would cost, would you?
Not off the top of my head, not too much.
Okay. Well, if a writing kit is required,
It is, yeah.
that would be 2 gold coins.
Well, Ali, you can borrow my writing kit for now. I'm not using it.
Ah.
Or you can borrow it whenever. I assume you'll be doing this at night in the wee hours of the night.
Ah. Kind of looks to Fedric.
Vedrick will say, not too late.
Oh no.
Maybe- Yes.
Well,
I would very much like to sleep during the night.
Right. Well, yeah, I wouldn't mind borrowing your writing kit.
Here it is. Here it is. Desper's kind of just gonna pull out of his rucksack.
Okay.
Or his sling, rather.
Paul, quick
Yes.
question. So basically, Ellie and I's idea, which you probably caught on, was Vedrick was planning to teach him how to write. So would that be like a combined endeavor, basically?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. You can decide like how mechanically how that would work.
The door to the
Ooh.
tavern opens.
It's
and,
Babushka.
Chill comes in as the pouring rain outside quickly clatters the door behind the incoming personage. A wizened old woman bearing a deck of cards.
Oh, it's the jester.
Give back, you demon! I know who you are!
Anyone
No,
with
you are.
lore Reichland can attempt to discern this person's
All right.
nature.
Didn't have it.
Any buffs to it, or just flat?
No, it's flat.
Flat as a pancake.
I don't know
Oof.
if I have any lore at all. Wow, I'm dumb.
You don't need
Nice.
lore. You're a duelist. You just fight.
Kill things. Fail at kill things.
Paulus, can I try to get like a general read of her, like her general, I guess, her aura, her
Yeah, you can intuit.
Intent.
Into. Ooh, nice.
Did you succeed?
I did. +2.
She is looking for someone.
Oof.
Oh.
Jasper, you succeeded.
I did.
Okay, this is a Strigani. The Strigani are a group of nomadic humans who travel mostly on barges around the Reichland and other imperial provinces. They are outcasts, essentially gypsies, shunned and persecuted by normal society because their ancestors left the ancient vampiric kingdom of Strigoi, where they worshipped vampires as gods, ruled over them.
The gypsies did, or the people they left did?
Both these
Okay.
people, the Strigani.
Okay.
Since then, they've been assumed to be in league with vampires and other undead, and so Imperials tend to give them a large berth. This is getting electronic.
It's kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie.
Let me go back to this one.
She just pulls out a puppet.
Oh, she's the entertainment for tonight. Oh, boy.
Interesting.
They're heavily persecuted by witch hunters who assume that their odd-looking barges are transporting vampires or other undead. And they tend to have to set up camps outside of cities or towns because they're not usually welcome.
Well, apparently one waltzed right into the tavern.
Yeah, they have a reputation as thieves and beggars. Generally are not trusted by the common folk, especially villagers who are very suspicious and superstitious of them.
Yeah.
Did you succeed by?
I had +2 SL.
Okay, if you have 2 questions, I can answer 2 questions.
Okay. What would their interests be in terms as far as like mingling with other folk? Like, would they have any kind of obviously they're gypsy, so they'd probably be obviously trying to make a living. Do they have like expertise?
They can be peddlers. That's a common profession for Strigani. They can be mercenaries or swords for hire. They often work as deckhands on barges and ships because they're kind of hardy folk, not used to kind of luxurious lifestyles. And then the most kind of notorious are the Strigani mystics, who appear to show some sort of kind of hedge magical ability,
Right.
particularly in the art of fortune telling and the reading of one's future.
Would that be notably kind of part of the illegal part of hedge magic, essentially?
Hedge magic is illegal.
That would probably be considered illegal, yeah.
Okay.
But still, many people would partake in it if it gave them a glimpse into the future, just like kind of King David style. Like, even the most powerful people can be persuaded to take part in dark deeds if it means a glimpse into their future.
Right. How do you spell that? The
Strigani.
Strigani.
S-T-R-I-G-A-N-Y. The Kingdom of Strigoi.
What's the difference between Strigani and Strigoi?
Strigoi is where they're from,
Okay.
I think, right? Where you're more the Strigos.
Yeah, Strigos.
Instead of S-T-R-I-G-O-S is the kingdom.
Yep. That's pretty much the Badlands right now, where the orcs, the greenskins are. It used to be there.
Yeah, Greenskins basically wiped out the
Yeah.
most of the vampires there who abandoned the humans, and the humans then like left. And have been kind of vagabonds ever since.
Yeah.
Is Strigani a race or just like a culture?
Culture, human culture.
Human. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. And
Humans who
vamp-
worshipped the vampires in.
Yeah. Yeah, it was actually interesting because when they first had the Empire, the Ushoran actually forbid his people from drinking from the general populace. They basically feed on criminals.
Mhm.
But then, like, yeah, they got wrecked.
And everyone else who didn't roll intuition or anyone who didn't roll intuition or perception, anyone who didn't roll intuition or lore can roll perception.
Okay.
I will say one thing about Dunyar. If there's like anybody gambling nearby, she'll probably just be like glancing or watching those people. So that's probably why.
Okay.
If that's going on nearby, that's probably why she.
Ooh,
failed
+4.
Vedrick, you can tell Loner is definitely uncomfortable with the presence of the Strigani, as are
The others.
pretty much everyone. Yeah, I don't think any of these patrons would.
The
Be
guard look like he's
favorable.
ready to pop and drive her out.
Guard is pretty drunk.
Oh,
Not sure if he's on duty or not.
Classic.
His state of drunkenness could indicate that he's
ever on
not, or
duty?
that he is. Yeah, exactly.
Vedrick kind of narrows his
Tends
eyes.
to be
Interesting.
a guard.
Vedrick will say, kind of mention. Do they, like, from obviously someone who had no idea, what do they dress like? Are they like in rags?
Think gypsy.
Okay, so they're not.
Lots of colorful but muted colors. I have other Strigani characters, but I haven't uploaded their pictures yet. They're somewhat similar to the Asalia in Glendeer, if you remember that.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. But
Vedrick-
those are like elves. Those aren't.
right.
These
That's
are
different, yeah.
these are
Human.
definitely sus.
Sus.
At least people
Ved-
think they're sus.
Vedrick will kind of comment. Okay, that one does not look like they're from Ubersreich, nor from the Reichland.
Yes, and neither do you, Vedrick. Good
I
point.
suppose that's true. Nothing, I'm just... Anytime I see an outsider, I suppose my curiosity peaks.
Of course. Is everyone done eating?
Vedrick is
I didn't even
finished.
think I got anything to eat.
I
just
ordered-
kind of sat
I-
down.
I ordered food for everyone, and then I ordered some for you. So, everyone's
No.
done then? Or is
I'd say so.
Alright, I'll pick up the plates and take them over to Loner and drop them off then.
My lord, I could do that for. All right.
No, I need to pay him. I haven't paid him yet.
She seems to be a strange one. Like Allie will kind of like lean over the table, looking at the rest of the party.
Who's the strange one?
The one that just came through the door.
Ah,
And
So
I'm not.
Finally, Pub and found it. There we go. Pub me.
the gypsy.
She, spying Siegfried, begins to walk over towards him.
Oof.
Ow.
Incoming assassination attempt.
She seems to be looking for someone, but wait, is she looking for my lord?
Jasper tackles her by the bloodstain.
Yeah.
You're next.
Enter the red
Uh,
zone.
I've done a ton of Transylvania male, but never a female.
Is it slightly different from like Slavic?
I want to suck your blood.
I guess. Yeah, it's kind of like. I don't even really. Yeah.
Go for it,
Have-
Paulus.
some
I
of us-
believe.
you know, it's okay. Some of us can't do it in certain accents.
I can't do
Don't
accents at
worry
all.
about it.
So
I am the accent meister.
Just have a really deep.
Oh, Alicia, that's what I'm thinking of. That's
Yeah.
more. That's more.
Kind of Russian. but
Okay.
It could work.
So she will say. Actually, what if Alicia was?
Ooh. She could be Strigani.
It's never explicitly said she's from Kislev. Anyway, you are the second.
Yes, that is my name.
Come, come. I have much to show you. She gestures for nearby the table with the blood splatter.
Very well. I shall indulge.
Jasper will kind of swing his legs out and just kind of sit on the edge of the bench right here.
Vedrick just kind of like puts his elbow on the table, watches.
Can I listen? What's behind me?
Yes.
The Taroka.
Ow. And this is it.
Hold on.
Siegfried gets teleported to a death dimension.
One.
Does anyone have?
One,
Do you have like a
and
relevant thing? here?
one.
Yeah. I just wanna. Okay. I wish to cast something.
All right.
Ooh.
Attempt to do so.
And before here's that fumbling fail.
His head pops randomly.
No.
Where is it? There it is. Oh, there we go.
Whoa!
Oh, Paul wins magic.
Winds of magic swirl and change. Oof.
Oh,
The
That's
Dracpias He goes into the Ava.
Medium oof.
Yeah, not a big oof.
Trifling. A trifling.
Trifling.
Can you say it together? The word of the day.
Trifle.
Trifle. Alright.
Okay. She, with a sweep of her hand, knocks all of the silverware and plates and so forth and candles onto the ground, much to the disgust of Loner, who harumphs from the bar.
Wait, why are we on like a blank,
This is the table.
Oh, this is
He
the
lays
table,
forth
I
a
see,
piece of parchment, a blank piece of parchment, and produces a deck of cards.
I'm nervous.
Do you wish to know your destiny?
My destiny is what I shall make of it.
That is what they all say. But I have seen it, deep into the recesses of time and space.
Is that so?
There is more to this world than you might think. More than the human eye can see.
Very well then.
More than you or I could conceive of. Please, pick a card
Alright.
and lay it upon the table.
Do I just hit draw?
You're gonna. So when you hover over, it'll like
Mhm.
one will pop out.
Yeah.
Click and drag that onto the tabletop.
Alright. Center or top, like left? Or in a
Put
row?
it in the very center.
Okay.
The first
Texas Hold'em.
is the focus. It is the questioner or the question.
The question? My question? Or what? I'm sorry, I missed a little bit of that.
She stares at the card carefully. What did you draw?
The executioner.
Ow.
Oof.
Rip.
Do you wish to know something specific about your future?
Yes. Sure, why not? How many of my kin shall survive?
Okay, 1 second. That's the executioner. Roll D100 for me. Tell me the result.
74.
Oh, it's called the okay, but it's depicting a hangman.
It's
okay.
depiction, yeah, hangman, but it's called the executioner.
Yes. Okay. You got a 74.
Mm-hmm.
There is much guilt in your family. A crime far hidden that shall come to light. And therein you shall find the demise of your once noble line.
I'll nod.
Draw another card and place it to the north, south, east, or west.
I placed it to the east.
It's southeast, right?
Wow.
Northeast or west,
Torture.
right?
North, south, east, or west.
Oh, north, southeast, or west?
Yep.
I'll place that one in the southeast.
No, the north, south, east, or west.
Oh,
Okay, yes.
There's four.
Okay, so yeah, then the east.
Okay, and that's the torturer.
Yep.
Wow. All these dark cards, man.
Dark boys.
I think it's a stacked deck.
It's Warhammer. Really, they're all dark.
And there's a
cards.
number on it, right?
True.
What's the number?
9.
The 9 of swords. There are dark forces, dark creatures are at work in your bloodline. They are corrupting your family. This is actually exactly what's
That's
going
exactly
on.
what's happening. Wait, that's so funny.
It is a grave threat to your bloodline from dark forces without and within. Creatures of dark purpose, violence, and insanity. This is the fate, the future of your family. You will find naught but those dark forces in your path. Now, draw, and place to the north, south, east, or west.
Place to the west.
Nice.
oof, oof. That's
What is it?
The Berserker.
First.
6.
69.
Hey, there it is.
Got him.
Cat, what the hell are you doing? Oh my god.
The Berserker. And then the number is what?
6.
Oh, barbarism and brutality in battle. This runs in your family. Your noble honors you received from the battlefield. A great victory over a once strong enemy. This is true, no?
That is true.
That is the past. What has brought your family to its point can be found there on the battlefield. Now, place a card to the north or the south.
The south.
Oof.
What's the result?
Elementalist. The 5.
5. Is there... Okay. 5 stars.
Mm-hmm.
In the end, it shall be nature itself, which provides even a small chance at redemption. The forces of this world will rise up. Whether they be on your side or not is still for fate to decide. But do not discount the powers of the elements themselves. Perhaps channeled by one of your compatriots. She casts a queer eye across the table,
And like all these people are like listening.
just
in.
like staring.
I'm not staring at her. I'm
I'll give her a
actually,
wink.
Looking...
She gives you a wink back. And one more to the north. It shall speak of the present, your current situation and influence.
Ooh.
What is it? The rogue.
What is that symbol on the corners?
That's a queen, I think?
The rogue, you said?
Yeah.
That also fits.
Siegfried doesn't know that, though.
Yeah.
Prison. Avenger, Timer. Oh, here we go. There is great deception and thievery all about you. Those who would do anything for power, or for the wealth that you carry in your very blood. You would do best to surround yourself with those who know the darks and depths of the shadows, and that which lies within. For there is no darker setting than the hidden recesses of the human heart.
I'll nod.
Have I spoken the truth?
Yes, for the most part.
She gives you a wine toothy smile and holds out a bony hand.
I'll give her. Can I make like a perception roll? Like, I don't know what kind of class she would be, but what would be like a wage for these people?
You have no idea. You've never encountered the Strigani before.
Alright, I'll give her.
Definitely no Strigani in this state.
I will give her. Let me just check the Puppet and Companions guide.
Paul, would I remember if the Strigani are like proud people?
Yeah, I would say so, yeah. They don't conform to the local culture.
I'm gonna give her a gold crown.
Ooh, wow.
She will
Yeah.
grasp it in her hand and then put it in her mouth and kind of
Check it.
chomp on it and flick it into the air and then catch it in a small coin purse. And then abruptly stand up and hobble towards the door.
Allie's eyes are just gonna go like super wide. It's just
She
like
made bank.
I will say, Vedrick, you definitely saw the wind of
Azir.
Azir at Huart.
Frederick smiles. Does nothing more.
And as she leaves, Siegfried can gain a fortune point
Ooh.
for this session only.
Nice.
Nice.
That was your settlement event.
Was it really?
Yeah.
That was super interesting.
That was really
Well,
cool.
the description is you were given a cryptic omen by a dream, mystic, or magical something. Next adventure, maximum fortune points are increased by 1.
Okay. That's pretty cool.
Frederick will kind of mutter to Jasper. He'll say, did you see that?
What?
Why, the wind, of course.
Would I have, Paul?
Do you have
Second sight? No, I
second
don't.
sight? Yeah, he doesn't have it.
I didn't see anything.
Perhaps in time he will.
Man, you got some pretty dope cards for that.
Mhm.
The art on there, that's sick.
That was awesome, yeah.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
pretty dank.
What? So like it's like a normal just a deck of cards.
Yeah, this is actually from D&D
Okay.
Curse of Strahd, which is like a very Transylvanian style adventure. But
Oh, really?
I mean, the cards are from there, yeah.
Okay.
Where it's like a
I
game
actually
you can
wanna-
play.
Use those cards because in another game I'm playing with my brother, I'm actually trying to get I think it's I'm playing Rogue Trader and I'm trying to get the Emperor's Tarot
Yep.
deck thing. Yeah.
I have something similar you can use for that as well. That's a bit more Warhammery, but well, this is Warhammer too. This is good. Yeah, I like this a lot. But I basically took that and then modified some stuff. But that actually came out exactly
That was
That was
really
past,
super
present,
funny.
future.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got
was
the,
awesome.
Pretty ominous.
the executioner card, and that's the king of
Yeah.
that's the king of the set, whatever thing it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the first card. That's pretty great. Torture, Berserker, Elementalist for that came out super nice actually, Paul. That was
Yeah.
dope.
Perfectly.
It's almost like it was meant to be.
The Hangman is Fortuna Magna, so that's like one of 5 super powerful cards. That means that there are a lot of powers at work in the person's life.
Hmm.
So that was pretty
That was
powerful,
yeah.
potent.
Many strands
A
of fate.
lot of things.
Is Denier gonna join the Yamblers?
Yimblers. Yimbopplers.
You said you were interested in gamblers.
Hang on. I want to check my actual gambling skill. I do not have any gambling skill, so I'm gonna say my character probably is interested in the card game, but probably does not know how to play. So.
Can always roll because it's
It's a basic
skill,
skill,
right?
so you can still roll it. It's just you don't
There
really know
you
how to
go.
play.
Looks like what they're doing is pretty simple dice stuff.
Sure, why not? I'll get up after kind of maybe kind of in the middle of him having his like fortune telling session or whatever. I'll walk up to these guys and ask them if they're willing for someone else to join.
That where's my Gwent? My combat tavern. Here we go.
Wait, what the fuck? Wait, what?
You
They
sit
did
down
everything?
and are immediately enthralled by the dice game played by these two. What would you like to wager?
I have a.
Come join us, Elf.
I have quite a few shillings on me, but I'm willing to throw a couple in, I suppose.
2 shillings.
Sure.
Ante up, boys. The other two throw in a couple shillings as well.
I'll put in 2 shillings. Yeah.
All right. Who shall start the round of gambling?
So I've been kind of like watching them. Do I understand how to play or?
Yes. It looks like
okay.
a fairly simple game. If you have sleight of hand, you could attempt to cheat, or if you have some other means of cheat, you could attempt to cheat. If not, it'll be a straight gambling roll.
Yeah, I'll just have to do a straight gambling roll then.
All right,
I
give it a go.
assume that she would be very good at perceiving people who are trying to cheat.
Yeah.
Ah!
It's like elves in Blood Bowl. They're good at playing the game. What
Ooh.
the whole?
Oh my goodness.
Town Crier gets triple tacker down, gets triple snake eyes, and busts out, so he's out of the game. Leaving the coachman.
I assume he just sweeps the dice off. Just
Ah!
Reynolds curse. Oh my god!
Wow.
Wow! Wow!
Full palace. I'll be taking those shillings.
You know, Paulus, there are different numbers in between 100 and 2.
This is exactly what happened with the last freaking.
Yeah.
Coachman gives you a
Gambling
grin
session.
and grabs the coins, much to the dismay of the town crier. He looks like he's about to cry.
That
Up
was
for another.
um
It was beginner's luck, I assure you.
Yeah, beginners. One more, I think. I suppose. I'll put in. I'll just do 1 shilling this time.
You've cleaned me out, Kleiner, says the town crier as he stands up and walks away. Well, perhaps one of your friends would like to join.
Not entirely sure. I don't know if they are interested in gambling. They'll kind of like look back.
You'll see Allie, eyes glued to what's going on between the strange woman and Siegfried.
Vidric
Yeah,
kind
they
of
might
like
be a little bit preoccupied.
Vidric looks like he's staring off into the distance, not particularly doing anything, but he looks like he's zoned out.
If it's
Woodsman shrugs and hands
if
you
it-
the dice.
if it's after the wink, Jasper might join in.
Okay, yep. You can sit down right before they roll.
Okay. Or throw in a shilling. It's
Bet
12 brass, right?
1 shilling. Yep. Pull up a stool. I'll start the betting.
Oh my god!
Oh man.
Emperor's finest. He produces his dice.
Alright. Cough up the dough.
Move your character too, Gil.
Firmly grasp it in your hand.
Danier's turn.
Oh.
Oh, bad luck, I'm afraid. And what about you, my boy?
Close.
Oof.
Oh,
That
is
one
3 of the
woman
4
who-
chaos gods there. Pretty unlucky. I'm afraid that those shillings will be mine as well.
His coachman's made a killing of shillings.
Alright, that's enough. No, he's just ridiculously lucky, apparently.
And now when I actually make his stats, I need to give him super high gamble skill. His bet.
He needs to, he's blessed by Ranald.
Apparently. Goodness gracious.
It's a Ranald.
Is he an avatar of Ranald?
He's an
Somewhere.
avatar of
Oh my
Ranald.
God. He might be, because the crier just, like, died and he won. What the hell?
Alright, Pauls, I gotta see one more roll. Let's see if you can get into that single digits again.
Well, I don't know if Danyar or Jasper are going to.
I'm not doing another one.
I'll put a half a shilling then.
6 clanks.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll bet 6 clanks.
I'm not putting any more in. I'll watch though.
Watch the master work.
Let me re-up that Gwent music. Alright, you first, big boy.
Oof.
Come on. Daddy needs a new pair of horseshoes.
Oh.
Oh.
Wow.
But whose
Ooh.
gamble skill's higher?
Let's go to tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Tiebreaker.
I roll again, yep.
This
'Cause I don't have an established skill for him.
Oh.
I'm sorry, my boy. I was only joking. I'll take those Phoenix as well. If you don't mind.
What is this, like the
Don't
new
feel bad
Helga
about
Bertha
cleaning you
guy?
This is the Helga Bertha of gambling.
Helga Bertha of gambling, yep.
He's Helga Bertha's,
Because he got exactly what you got, 56. And
That's
then
so. Yeah, he
Helga
clearly
Bertha,
played
Is
you.
that you?
That's funny.
I believe out of an alt in an old dwarf named Helga Bertha. He looks a bit embarrassed as he collects his winnings and kind of trots off to the bar, feeling a bit bad about cleaning you out so handedly.
It's funny.
I guess some of us aren't meant to be gamblers.
God damn it. Oh well, that was fun at least.
Reckon that's fate trying to teach me a lesson.
Am I done getting my
maybe.
fortune told now? Alright.
I'm gonna go over. I'm actually when I come back to the main table. I guess I didn't hear. I was over on the other table then. I didn't hear. Verdict say the thing about
The rogue.
No, not the rogue. The fact that he saw there's magic in the air. So I was gonna say something along the lines.
I'll say
like
you
maybe...
come back right as he says that.
Right. Well then, maybe she messed up some of the magic with the gambling over there. Some fate magic over there. What the hell? Oh well.
Well, that was curious.
What'd she say, my lord?
Many things. They were all
You
accurate.
Kind of see like Allie, like like a youngster on the edge of a seat, waiting to hear some great tale.
Vedrick will comment and say, not sure if, and just so you're aware, she possessed magical talent of a sort.
Mm-hmm. Siegfried's just kind of staring off.
Mr. Gani have a
Nodding.
knack for that.
Yes.
I've been told.
Fortune telling.
I shall retire to my room. Stay out of trouble out here.
What did Siegfried say?
Stay out of trouble down here.
Stay out of trouble, kids.
And Dinyara, I wish to speak with you in the coming week.
All right.
Anyone else have anything to RP?
Yeah. Vedrick will say, to Allie, your lessons begin this evening.
Yeah, of course, Frederick. I'll be there.
Don't be late.
Of course not.
Vedrick gets up. What time is it?
Pretty late.
Yeah. So I guess next evening would probably be or next day or whatever. So this would basically be both of our weeks.
Okay. Yeah.
Right, Paul?
Yeah, we can do a new round of endeavors now.
Yeah.
Yep. I think I'm gonna upstairs.
Yeah. And before leaving, before actually going upstairs, Vedrick will kind of go over to Loner. Well, actually, before Denier leaves, he'll say, next week I'm planning to go to Silverleaf if you wish to come with me.
Yes, I need to speak with them. Her?
Yes. Her.
Remember.
But
Her,
not
yeah.
this week. This week I'm a bit occupied. Next week.
All right.
And, yeah. With that, Vedrick will walk to Loner.
Rested, healed, good.
Yes. He'll get some,
I made that stew for you lot.
Vedrick will say, thank you.
Oh, boy.
It was very, very kind.
Good turtle
He'll
soup.
say, Vedrick will just kind of lean in. He'll say, he'll say, ask for a glass of,
I met Carl Franz once.
classic.
Somebody turn off the audio responses off or turn them back on standby mode.
Vidrick will just ask to buy a just kind of glass of water or something for the night, basically.
He shrugs again and once more pulls out some like dirty pail of water from beneath the bar.
Vidrick grimaces, but he'll as he passes the pail, Vidrick will kind of lean in and say, "Engel says the deal is still on."
Oh, good. I may have use of you folks soon enough.
Vidrick nods.
Let's just say I've been thinking of redecorating.
Vidrick's eyebrows kind of raise a bit. Well, if you do need assistance, then I believe we'll be here for a bit, so.
He nods, and as he does, you see wisps of gray magic, almost pulsating along the walls of the tavern.
Vedrick smiles.
Bless you.
It is getting late. I should head to bed. And he takes the cup.
You up for a round of gambling, Elf?
I'm afraid my
Says
money
the
is.
coachman.
I'm afraid my money has been spent for now. Perhaps I shall take your offer in the future, though.
He nods.
And with that, Frederick goes upstairs to bed.
Alright, anyone have anything to RP?
Not
tonight.
no. Yeah.
Not tonight.
Unless Allie wants to barge into Vedrick's bedroom again.
Vedrick, you might as you're almost passing to sleep, you kind of hear like a rustle outside your door.
So he considers it.
Yeah, he considers it, and then he steps away and goes back to his room.
Vedrick shoves his head deeper into the pillow.
Alright, fresh round of endeavors. Who would like to go first?
Damn it.
Well, the elf and the alley are doing reading.
Yeah, so
Alright,
however you want to do that.
So I'll go
Okay,
first.
Allie, do the... Okay.
Oh, okay. No, you.
No, by all
I'll
means.
go first. I'm just gonna do a income endeavor.
Income?
That is leadership.
Plus 20.
No, plus 20. Oops.
Dramatic plus 20. 30. Right.
Nice.
Here we go.
You lead the townsfolk into battle against their fears.
That's gonna be... What's your tier and status?
Gold 3.
Okay, so that's
Rich boy.
3 gold crowns.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's just I don't have to roll anything. If I succeed, I get my status. When you're in gold, it's rolling things. When you're in silver, I think, right?
Wait.
I don't have to roll anything.
Not until you get to 3rd
Yeah.
rank, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But that determines whether you get your full money or half your money.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to roll for that, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It comes with a Vasiliake arrives with the money in a weathered pouch and looks somewhat sheepish.
Hello, Vasiliake.
Master, the steward, he sent a note along with this, but it got misplaced.
What do you mean misplaced?
I will find it, I assure you. I think it fell into the sewers. I'll find it, no problem.
Very well.
Give me a week, and it will be back, I assure you.
Very well. I trust you, Vasiliake.
He nods and bows profusely as he backs out of the building and rushes off to the sewers. You could smell the scent of sewage on him when he entered.
Yeah, okay. Sounds good.
That's how he normally travels.
Or he was already looking for it and he's still gonna find it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you haven't met Vasiliake yet, have you?
No, he hasn't.
You're gonna enjoy him.
He's great.
I can tell.
Okay, that's
It'll
the,
be-
that's the end of my endeavor.
I want to see Vasiliake's interaction with that fortune teller.
Yeah, that would have been dope.
So does Ali and Vedrick want to go, or should I go?
You could go.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so Could I
Ellie
look?
and I could go last.
Could I look for Gustavus as like a consultant expert
Yes.
endeavor? Okay. So I have to first
You know where he
locate. I have to,
is now.
right.
well,
So do I have
supposed
to actually locate him still, even
You
if I
won't
know
have to
where he
locate
is?
him, but you will have to convince him.
Okay.
So head to the Blackrock Castle, and this will be very interesting indeed. So head like right here. to the
Young
gates of the castle.
grasshopper.
As at the gates you find
You are not a gold wizard. You are an aluminum wizard.
Hail, citizen!
a
You're a
couple of
copper.
guards on post. He look at you strangely. Yep, what you want?
Greetings, fellows.
One of them scratches his chin. The other one swats away some flies. They don't respond to your greeting.
I am
Are they-
a
Altdorfers?
They are Altdorf state troops. Yes. Yeah, they're Altdorfers.
So he'd be somewhat familiar with them. Well, I guess I didn't know he's not from Altdorf, so
they're just like basically guards.
Yeah, their military troops who are currently being used as in a guard position. Yeah.
I was just thinking about something. Okay. I would just say, excuse me, sir. I was wondering if you could tell me how, if I may, be able to have a meeting with a Lord Gustavus Guggenheimer.
Laughs
Lord
in your face.
Guggenheimer, what business would you have with him?
Ah, well, I am a student of the magical arts, you see, and I have some important business with him.
Oh, that's right. And my mother's the Grand Theogenist. And my uncle's the Emperor. What do you mean you're a student of magical arts? Are you saying you're a wizard?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
He says he's a wizard, Harry. Bunch of bullshit is what I think.
Touche.
Prove if you're a wizard, prove it. Where's your writ of approval? Where's your sanctioning?
I'll pull it out of my sling.
Well, have a look, Harry.
Yeah, it is.
can they read?
Read it for us, wizard.
I can do that. I'll just kind of hold it up to the light, kind of, and
Can nobody hear me?
read it in kind of a dignified manner.
Read it.
Do I have an actual?
Read it, wizard. Well,
Read.
you can't read, so you don't know what it says.
No, I learned reading right.
Oh, you did learn read right. Oh,
Yep.
oh man.
Oh, man.
Oh man.
And everyone's disappointed.
Ruins the joke.
Classic.
Can somebody else read this?
Okay, now I don't know. I don't know where to go with this.
You're
Okay, basically,
bamboozled.
you read it off, and they look a bit shocked, but they still don't believe you. What? Prove it. If you're a wizard, prove it. Show us some of your magical tricks. Make
Yes.
Harry's helmet over here disappear. Or pull a squig out of your hat.
I'm not afraid it doesn't quite work like that. But I
You
do
see,
have
Harry, he's not a wizard.
I do have a few tricks up my sleeve, though. You see that? Is there like a tree in the vicinity, maybe?
Yes.
I was thinking like
There's
these,
trees just inside the gate. Yeah.
Okay. Under your supervision, if you please, I would make the leaves in the trees move. I was thinking about
Do you
using
mean wind? You mean to tell me you've power over the wind? I've got power over the wind too. And he promptly turns around and passes gas in your general direction.
Nice.
Oh, that's funny.
No.
He's all
Watch
dark.
out, boy. Harry's got a real power of the wind there.
This guy, you guys are amazing.
Are there any other like objects that I could, that are like harmless, that I kind of shoot a dart at?
There's some crates, some barrels, flags, pennants of the Altdorfers, torn remains of young Freud banners. They're carrying spears. They've got like chainmail.
Well, I'm not gonna attack them, but
There's some barrels and stuff.
they seem like. Are those barrels over there of any importance?
I don't know.
I'm just gonna
Oh,
cast.
it looked like a Cooper.
Like cast dart at a barrel.
Alright, go ahead and do it.
That's. How do I do that again? Is that just language magic?
Have you put it into your spell list?
I wasn't sure how. I was under the spells and prayer. There wasn't an option for. There's only Arcana and Divine.
It would be Arcana. All regular like magic is Arcana.
It's
And then-
arcane.
Yeah, Divine is prayer.
Okay. Oh, so like all the different winds and stuff are all arcane.
Yep.
Yeah, Arcane
Gotcha.
in the sense of like magic, Arcane, not like
Arcane's for the magic system, Divine just means it uses their religion system.
yeah.
Okay.
But since you don't have it in there, you can just do
Zero.
a raw language magic roll if you want.
Just language magic.
Yep. Bird, can you pull up Dart for reference?
Yeah, I have it.
Oh no.
Oh no! No, you could roll use a fortune to reroll.
I'm gonna use a fortune.
Or, for the lulls, we could
Oh.
go with the miscast and see what happens. Because that
You
might
could.
convince them
That
more.
could convince them,
than a
yeah.
That's
successful
true.
Dart.
You could.
That's
Okay.
up to you.
I'll do that. I'll just do a miscast. Is that an oops?
No,
No,
That's
it's
not
a
an
separate
oops.
thing.
Look for the one that says
the macro, yeah.
miscast minor. Macro that says miscast minor.
Okay.
Oh boy. Let's hope he
Please don't
doesn't
be
get
a major miscast.
yeah cascading. What is
100, 100. Your ears clog instantly with a thick
Oh
wax.
boy.
Oh,
One
that's
vacuum condition, so that means someone cleans them for you with a successful use of the heal skill.
That's awkward.
So describe what you're doing to cast the spell.
I guess I'm kind of like, I kind of close my eyes for a second and then put my hand up, and just say like kind of the words, but I get distracted by like a squirrel running by or something.
or the smell of the fart.
Yeah, or that too.
Takes a deep breath.
Instantly, you hear a rumbling sound that slowly subsides, and
Then
you
you
can
hear
see the
nothing.
guards laughing at you, but you don't hear anything.
Okay.
Oh, could try it again.
You can't use fortune. Resilience would be for like the effect of that, right?
You can't
The condition.
can't re-roll.
Resolve is for
a-
that, yeah.
You
Or resolved, right?
could use resolve to remove that.
But you don't automatically get resolved back, so be wary of
That's
that.
correct.
It's not like fortune where you get
Oh,
it
it's
back every
not.
session.
No,
Oh,
it's
I'm-
different.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean you can get it back, but it's harder.
What's your
Okay.
motivation?
My motivation?
Becoming a competent mage.
Oh yeah.
This is
Um,
not according to your motivation.
So
That's amazing. It's like one of the ones that's like completely not visually.
yeah.
You could try and cast again.
Yeah, you could. What
Yeah,
does Deafen do?
I might as well.
Easy
wouldn't
for
affect
people to hit him.
casting, though.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not gonna affect casting.
Sorry, what'd you say, Paul? What's Stefan do?
You don't have second sight, right?
I don't.
So you can't see it. So you pretty much you'd affect it for him.
Okay. You can cast again if you wish. Or try and find some other way. Okay.
Ooh.
You're casting dart at a barrel.
Yep.
You see them immediately stop and slowly step aside, opening the gate and allowing you entrance.
Thank you, friends. I'll kind of toss them a few brass.
They look a bit insulted, but and they start saying things. They with wild gesticulations, but you have no idea what they're saying. Various hand movements and finger
It's all muffled.
gestures.
Am I completely deaf?
Yes.
Yeah.
You might want to clear that up before you meet the wizard.
Yeah.
Yeah, even like, imagine there's like earwax, like probably like running down like the side of your like.
Slowly, it's like gooping out of your ears.
Jasper kind of stops maybe like a few
Scratches ear.
like a dozen yards through the gates maybe or so. He's like kind of banging on his head and banging his ears. It can't be healed. It can't be fixed without heal skill, right?
Yes. But there may be healers in the couple.
Right. But I can't talk with anyone because I can't hear them.
Well, you can talk. You just can't hear the answers well.
I'm going to kind of like try to look for like some kind of servant walking around outside, maybe.
It doesn't take long for you to stumble upon a servant.
I think with the I'll say out loud, I guess, if they know where if there's a healer on the facilities, on the premises rather.
The servant starts speaking, but you don't hear anything.
Can I read their lips at all?
Do you have read lips?
Is that a skill?
It's a talent, I'm pretty sure.
No, I don't. No, I don't have it now. I'll kind of like try to gesture, like kind of like point to my ears.
She roll D100 actually.
And then I'll point to her or him.
Oh
Ooh.
no!
She nods vigorously and points in a certain direction.
Okay, I guess I'll go that direction.
You go to the earplug shop. Oh, you need your ears are cold. You need earmuffs.
What do I find as I stumble that way?
That's a good question. No, I have a great idea. Okay. You see two people strolling about the grounds.
Oh lord.
Ooh.
Like walking together?
Yes.
What do they look like?
Give me a Laura Reichland with a plus 20.
Nice.
This is Lady Emmanuel Nacht and General Dabernick. These are the two current de facto rulers of Ubersreich. Two most powerful people in the town.
As Jasper, he's kind of like walking forward.
You
He's not
hurriedly walk forward with earwax
Yeah.
falling out of your ears.
How far away are they?
Half a football field, maybe?
Sorry?
Half a football field. The American unit.
Okay.
The classic American unit, yeah.
Well,
I'll
here we
start-
go. Here we go. I mean, they're like, 50 yards.
Okay. I'll kind of be like hurriedly not rushing, but like walking towards them, and then as soon as Jasper, it kind of dawns on him who they are. He like does a quick U-turn and like goes the exact opposite way.
Give me a perception roll, -20 from deafened.
Sure. Oh, my perception's not very good. So I put it in -20.
Yes.
That's gonna be a fail.
Your ears start to hurt a lot. Like there's a stinging pain.
Okay.
It's too much wax.
I'm going to kind of maybe jog back to where I last talked to the servant.
Mm-hmm.
And just looking for anyone else, maybe.
She smiles and gives you a thumbs up.
And I'll kind of like vigorously shake my head no.
You feel a sharp stabbing pain as if something is really hurting your ears.
I'll kind of Is she still like in front of me?
Yep.
I'll kind of like not crouch down, but kind of like bend over and kind of clutching my head with like my eyes closed.
Touch the earwax.
Well, obviously, it's noticeably that I'm in pain or whatever. And then I'll look back up and point to my ears.
She thinks for a moment, then points in another direction. Roll another D100.
You know you're just deaf, not dumb, right?
Right, but there's no point. I can't talk to anyone if I can't hear them.
Yeah, but they can still understand you, Caleb.
No, it's better this way.
Oh boy.
She nods vigorously and points in another direction.
Oh man.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna make. Jasper is thinking he's not gonna make a very good entrance with this wizard. Like, I don't know, not being able to hear him and stuff.
There's a slight ringing in your ear as the stabbing pain continues. And you encounter
This is some majestic music.
turn it down a little bit. A Sigmarite sister.
What is it?
They're still canon.
She's not a sister of Sigmar. She's a nun of like a priest of Sigmar. Sigmarite nun, basically. In St. Arnold's Chapel, which is location number 16.
Okay.
Right here. She looks at you carefully.
Excuse me, miss. Don't know if you could help me or know anyone who could. I seem to be having horrible pains in my ears. Can't quite hear anything. So can I tell if she's talking out loud or anything? Oh boy.
She stares at you. Actually, you know what? There might be a prayer for this.
Unclog thine ears.
Listen to the holy word of Sigmar.
Condition. Tenacity. Sigmar does not get blessing of tenacity. She crosses her arms and shakes her head. And points to your ears. Yeah, no, actually, she points to your ears first, and then crosses her arms and shakes her head.
Okay. I'll kind of like quickly turn and point out the door, like, and kind of put my hands up as in like shrugging, sort of. Do you know of anyone else?
She does a little bit of facepalm and points to the ground at your feet.
To recognize this as her, like, saying this is holy ground, sort of thing.
Do you want to look down?
Yeah, I'll look at her feet.
You see at your feet. You see
my feet.
pebbles of gold.
I guess it dawns. I don't know if this is what she means, but when I think of gold, it dawns on me that the wizard might be able to help me in some capacity.
She points at your ear again. And then point behind you.
Look behind me.
A large and gloved hand slaps you across the face.
Boy.
That's the wrong.
That's the wrong number.
That's the wrong number.
There we go. That was not intentional. Okay, it won't damage you, but you hear.
It will damage you though, right? Because you only
No,
take
no.
1 damage.
He's not.
Hmm.
Well, yeah. Okay, go ahead and take 1 damage.
Okay.
As his hand knocks the gold out of your ears, as you notice that the earwax has been turning to gold in your ears.
Oof.
Interesting.
Which is perhaps the cause of the sharp pain.
Does that like alleviate the?
Yes, yeah, you
Okay.
are no longer deafened. It appears that this wizard has been watching you and helping you in the process by turning your earwax to gold.
Jasper will kind of like stagger.
What manner of bullshittery is this? What did the people of Ubersreich give me? But a lowling runt, incapable of even the most trivial of arcane pursuits.
Greetings.
He slaps you across the face with his other hand. I didn't tell you to speak, boy. Quick, there's little time. Follow me. And he storms off.
Jasper will kind of like, trying to gather his bearings for a quick second, and then kind of like stands upright and kind of dashes after him.
I like to imagine his hands feel very heavy, like
Yeah, they're
Iron.
basically like iron gloves that he has on his hands. I'm thinking more like bronze gloves.
Between the alleviation of the gold from his ears and the stain of his face, he has a bit of kind of adrenaline pumping in him, as he kind of not reluctantly, but sheepishly, inquisitively rushes after the hulking mass of a man.
He stomps down the hallways. Big bronze shoes, big metal shoes, clanking on the cobblestones. of
definitely
the,
very different from Angle.
castle. Yes. This man is massive. He is large
And in charge.
extremely intimidating.
When,
he's gonna attempt to intimidate you
Like by walking or like, looking
Yes.
back at me, or
by his sheer.
Just looking
Okay.
at him.
Every once in a while, he turns around. He has this mask on, this metallic mask. I'm gonna
Okay.
pull up this picture here.
oof.
So it's difficult to discern his facial expression, but he will, at random intervals, just whirl around and stare at you. And so I want you to make a cool check.
Oof.
And that's going to resist his intimidate.
Nice.
Yes, he is menacing and frightening.
Holy intimidate Batman.
He has a sword at his side, and various purity seals, marks of sanctioning. He wears the. Actually, do you have lore magic?
I do.
Why don't you give me a lore magic check?
I think wizards start with
Nice.
He
Powerful.
has the trappings of a wizard lord. He is
Okay.
about as powerful as you can get in the military as a wizard attaché.
Right.
So he has seen quite a bit of combat.
Okay.
And he storms around the castle like he owns the place, and the guards and servants kind of rushing to the sides as he does so.
Right. When and between intervals, Jasper will try to like right after he turns away, he'll try to kind of like sheepishly kind of like look down at his own like bicep kind of, and like, and it's like,
Before you learn magic, you must learn how to lift.
Dost thou even hoist, boy? He is going to guide you down the winding halls to a laboratory in the basement of the castle, which has been repurposed. It looks like it was an old torture chamber, as blood kind of splatters the floor, and there are kind of torture racks that have been shoved off to the side and replaced by all manner of alchemical contraptions. Gold wizards are very much the kind of physical scientists of the wizarding world, and Guggenheimer is no different, as he has all manner of strange beakers of swirling metallic liquids, some of which on pseudo Bunsen burners and open flames. A great many experiments working at once, and as he enters with a flick of his wrist, some of the beakers turn over and others shift around the room and relocate, and you see the metal bar of the door morph into a liquid as the door opens, and then immediately morph back into a lock as the door slams shut.
Behind me or in front of me?
Behind you as you enter.
Okay.
He immediately stops and freezes and stops moving.
Jasper will stop as well.
Good, you are learning. Take a seat.
Is there like a noticeable chair? Or...
No, there are no chairs in the room.
Okay. Jasper will take a quick look around and then kind of sit down cross-legged on the floor. Kind of near the wall, maybe.
He walks over to a bookshelf and I didn't really want combat music.
Roll for initiative.
Your first test.
So it fits him, definitely. He pulls a book out. Actually, he pulls out 4 books, all bound by a single metal clasp, and casually tosses it over his shoulder. You can attempt to dodge it or catch it or just let it kind of hit you in the face.
Is he like throwing it hard at me, or is it kind of just like a toss?
For a man his size, it just seems like a toss, but this could do some damage if it hit you.
Okay. What would catching be? Athletics? Or...
Athletics.
These are all 4 at once, like in a bundle?
Yeah, it's like they're all like bound together.
Clasped together. Okay.
In a metal clasp. Yep.
I guess I don't know. First reaction, he probably would try to catch it.
Right, give me an athletics. And just be a raw athletics check.
Yeah. Nice.
Oof. All right, take another point of damage.
Okay.
As it smacks you across the face.
Probably bruising your face.
1d10 bleeding condition. No.
Oh god, the Bane.
These books, read them by next week. Then your first lesson will begin.
It's a good thing I learned how to read.
I didn't ask you to speak, runt.
I wasn't. I was out of character.
Okay. He whirls around and snaps his fingers, and a set of metal bars nearby form themselves into a throne.
Does he have metal gloves on?
He does, yeah.
So he snaps them even though he has metal gloves on.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's like a think of the clinging of a blacksmith's hammer.
Okay.
Every time he snaps his fingers, it's like bink.
What nice little sparks going with that too,
yes,
Paul?
Yes, sparks. Yeah, exactly. Everything around him, all the metal around him, including his clothes, seem to morph and change as he moves.
Okay.
Like they're in a state between liquid and solid.
Solid, right.
And I thought Bright Wizards were flashy.
Yeah.
You see around the room a lot of military trappings. An old staff, full gold staff. Well, it looks gold, but you see a few blood splatters on its sides. There are a whole host of tomes, most of which are metal clad, like the one that's in front of you. Many scrolls and writing kits and other kind of ink quills and ink pots, along with a miscellaneous collection of cutlery and torch braziers and horseshoes and other odd metal odds and ends he's collected from about the castle. he turns to you slowly and sits, arms folded, much like in this picture here, and he just sits there.
Looking into the distance, or
Staring
I
at
guess
you.
I can't tell.
Yeah, it's difficult to tell, but he's looking in your direction.
Okay.
Eventually, he nods and says, "So, tell me a little bit about yourself."
Well, Master Wizard, I am
Please. Lord Wizard Gustavus Guggenheimer of the Gold Order. Or Lord Wizard Guggenheimer for short.
Of the Gold Order. Just remove Gustavus.
Lord Wizard Guggenheimer.
My friends call me Lord Wizard.
But we are not friends.
You are not my friend.
Lord Wizard Guggenheimer. I am Jasper Carthage. As you might have guessed, I am a fledgling novice in the arts of wizardry. My father was a warrior, and I was mostly raised by another wizard until recently. I can read, I can write, I can clean a staff, but apart from that, I have much to learn.
Show me what you can do. And he produces a iron bar. Places it on the floor in front of you.
I know not of the magic of metal.
He folds his hands patiently.
Yeah, I see that. After with no response, Jasper will kind of, not crawl, but kind of step over and lean over and grab the metal bar. You say it was metal or gold or
Iron.
iron? Okay. And I attempt to channel gold.
All right, give it a roll.
Ooh, you got it.
Hey.
Tries you might, nothing happens, but he looks. You see a slight creepings of a smile emerge on his face. Good, that is sufficient. You have the aptitude, but hardly the skill or the strength required of the magical arts. What did you say your name was?
I am Jasper Carthage.
Wrong. Your name is Copper. I will refer to you as such until you have mastered the simplest crafts of the arcane arts.
A quick moment of not questioning, but I guess a bit of a questioning suggestion crosses Jasper's face, and then he kind of just reverts to stoic, if you will, and kind of nods.
Very good. I will teach you.
A bit of a smile forms in the corners of Jasper's lips as he nods a little deeper. Thank you, Lord Wizard Guggenheimer. He'll kind of slide the iron bar back towards his direction.
The Wisdom Lord stands up and stomps his way over to you and puts his face right in front of yours. You smell the faint smell of juniper berries on his breath as he reaches out a metallic-clad hand, and grasps the clasp around your cloak. Do you wish to do anything?
Like he grasps it, like he's like lifting me up by the scruff, sort of, or
Not
just
yet.
like just looking at it, kind of.
Right now, he's just holding it.
Okay.
But he does it quite aggressively. All of his physical movements seem quite aggressive.
I'll kind of just like, I have my staff in my hand, and I'll kind of just like firmly grasp it, holding.
Firmly grasp it.
Get out of here. I'm kind of like on the floor still, but almost kind of having it like leveraged against the floor so I can like quickly get up if I need to.
This is a trifling symbol of our order, but it will do. Can you say it all together? The word of the day.
Trifle.
Trifling.
He grabs the clasp and almost seems to crush it with his hand, but when he removes his hand, you see it morph and change shape a little bit, just ever so slightly. This will be your sign. The guards will let you in from now on.
Very well.
Now be gone. There is work to be done.
He turned his back to me.
No, he actually roll something for him.
Gotta read, get read, get learnt.
He seems like he is about to. He raises a hand as if to slap you again, but then slowly puts it down and lets go of the clasp and stands up, whirls around, and sits back in his throne.
Okay. After he stepped away from me, kind of Jasper will kind of push himself up with the staff. With the bundle of books in tow in his other hand, kind of brush off his leggings a little bit, and then kind of turns to Lord Wizard Guggenheimer and gives him a slight bow and kind of turns to the door, which I'm assuming is still locked or whatever.
Yeah. He snaps his metallically clad fingers and the door opens, using the same kind of morphic metal mechanism.
And
allowing departure.
before I completely walk out the door, I'll just briefly turn back and say, and when should I return, Lord Wizard Guggenheimer?
When you've read the books, Copper. No sooner.
Understood.
A firm grasp of the fundamentals is necessary before any further work begins.
He'll nod and then depart from
Do not simply skim them. They are no trifling texts.
Word of the day.
Trifle.
Rifle.
Jasper will then be on his way.
Good.
Wow. Intense.
Wang.
You have
So wait.
secured a trainer for
Gold.
magical arts of Camon.
Woohoo!
Jamming.
So wait, what's the clasp look like now? Is it accurate to the picture now?
I'll have to think about that.
The big middle finger made of
Okay, it's cool.
How about it turns copper? That would be good.
That's good.
Yeah.
It turns copper when he approaches the gates, basically.
But it's the same like symbol.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Okay. Suppose that is my endeavor.
Hi. Ali and Siegfried, you guys are gonna read?
Not Siegfried.
Yeah.
Sorry, Ali, Magic.
Siegfried has stuff to do.
Yes.
All right.
We could roleplay that a little bit. That'd be fun.
Yeah. If you want. I'm done.
All right.
Do you want to do? Actually, you were gonna go last, right? You want to do Denier
Yeah.
first?
Yeah.
Let Daenerys go. And I told
I-
Daenerys that I was going the week after to Silverleaf, so
Right.
we can go together. So
I don't have. I don't have
I'm
any
sorry.
idea.
I didn't expect you to be here. There's your icon.
That's okay. No, I understand.
you can hit the Endeavors macro and then see a bunch of stuff.
Okay.
When in doubt, make money. Is my motto.
True. True.
Oh, Moto! You just reminded me. There's a new episode of Hell's Kitchen.
Wait.
Anyway,
Which Endeavor thing? Oh, this one.
Put it on that hot bar. Endeavors. Endeavors.
I'm just. I don't know if I want to do that, Paul. I'm just looking at things. Sorry.
that's fine. And if you want to look through this as well, we can do the other group first. It's up to you.
Yeah.
What did you say?
If you prefer, we can do the other group first and then come back to you.
Yeah, because I didn't know.
Yeah. If you go to the rule book too, you can
So in
get,
the
like,
book, yeah.
Yeah.
Whichever is easier for you.
196, I believe, gets you right there.
They're just copied and pasted from the book,
Yeah.
so it's the same.
195. Yeah.
Same either way. Roll 20 or in the book.
All right. Sorry.
Okay.
No worries. Okay, so we're in. You guys doing it in the Red Moon Inn?
Yeah.
Uh,
Pretty much gonna be like I think the way Vedrick is going to structure it is that there's going to be a morning session, and then he's gonna expect Ellie to do some practice, and then like an evening kind of before bed review kind of, and some tests and stuff kind of session.
All right. Sounds good.
So morning is basically like the lecture, and then the and like the teaching, and then the evening is like
Okay.
prove that you can do this kind of.
All right. I will say, Allie. The first day, Allie does not. You do not hear Allie's knock until about noonish. In typical, college student.
You're late.
Sorry. Overslept.
To noon.
I was
You will
expecting
notice-
you 4 hours earlier.
You will notice, Frederick, that he looks rather haggard, as if he had spent.
Rolled out of his bed.
Well, more along the lines that he probably he had a late night. He'll kind of like go over to the table and he'll kind of spill out the contents of the writing kit.
Were you busy last night?
You could say that.
You know, if I didn't think any better, I would think that you weren't taking this seriously.
No,
Are you?
I am. You'll actually see a couple pieces of paper. It looks like a symbol has been drawn over and over again on it. And it looks like he finally found one that he liked because it's circled multiple times in a very unskilled manner.
I just love how it's that big. Drake will say, "What is that you have there?" The Drake kind of glances at it.
It's part of my plan, Frederick. I don't want to reveal anything just yet, but yeah.
Well, what you do in your own time is up to you. Any case, are you ready to begin your first lesson?
Yes.
Good.
But
Now,
you can use the draw tool
Okay.
if you want on this map.
All right. See here.
right.
Okay. Cool.
Vidric pops out a quill, his own. It is quite a bit nicer, probably,
Right.
because it's an elven quill, but functions the same.
Right.
And a piece of parchment. But before you, I see. Actually, yeah, he'll say, "Take out your quill."
Okay.
Now,
You'll do so.
before you start writing, first things first, you have to know how to grip the quill.
Right.
And right now you're gripping it like you're about to stab a dagger down into someone. That's not how you write. Just with the fingertips.
Fingertips. Right.
It requires a delicate touch, not of a brute.
Allie will fumble around with it like a person trying to learn how to use chopsticks for the first time.
Frederick just stares.
Paulus, can I roll a dex to see if he just kind of managed to pull it off?
Yep.
Oh.
Vidric, you see the slightest hint of a sigh.
Right.
Vidric will get up and walk over to the side table that you're on. He will take your hand a bit forcefully, take your fingers and position them on the correct place on the quill, on the correct places of the quill, like this.
Right. Jesus. That's because I'm rolling and not rolling as Allie. That's why. Okay.
Vedrick will repeatedly keep repositioning your fingers as they kind of keep screwing up. I assume you probably are having your fingers are like starting to default back into like this other position, and like, Vedrick keeps trying to correct them.
Right. You can probably assume that Allie has never held a tool this delicate before, as he keeps going back to like the dagger grip.
Vedrick lets out a very deep sigh. All right.
Sorry, I've never.
You know what? That's going to be your first lesson. Just practice holding the damn thing.
All right. Probably spends the better part of the day.
Yeah, Vedrick will actually.
You've got 47 dexterity. How did you fail so much?
That's what I wanted.
Vedrick, like at this, as the hours, the minutes turn into hours. Vedrick starts to doze off as he like leans back. He's just extremely bored.
Like basically, he keeps trying and like it just keeps slipping from his grasp, and eventually you see Allie going like ah. He's got like. Crumples up the piece of paper, throws it over his shoulder.
Finally,
like he puts himself together.
Did you finally figure it out how to hold a quill? I can't say I've taught anyone before, but I see you'll be a unique challenge.
Right.
Well,
why is this important?
Try. He'll say, I'd rather not waste paper, but he'll say, just try, without the ink, tracing on the paper with your other grip. The dagger grip. Just try it. Just try it.
Alright. Do you want to do it? What type of stat would you think this would be, Medrick?
For writing, I mean...
For writing, it'd be Dex.
Yeah,
okay.
Dex.
Alright.
Because that's manual.
Okay.
Now... easy.
Quit senpai. Right.
Let's say, notice how much easier it is writing the proper way.
I don't see much of a difference.
I see it'll be more practice. In any case, you have the basics of the writing, so now let's chart with the alphabet. Do you know what an alphabet is, Ali?
An apple what?
Do you know what words are, Ali?
Yeah.
Do you know what letters are?
I can't. Oh, I just had to pop up. Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay. So, in a word, there are these things, they're called letters or characters, whatever you wish to call them.
Right.
And he'll say, the collection of all of the letters that you can write is called the alphabet. You understand? It's like building something, putting something together. It's the pieces, the different pieces.
You'll see like a kind of like a squinting, confused face, but he's kind of like nodding slowly.
And you go say, now, the very first letter is an A.
Yeah.
It's the first letter of the alphabet.
Right.
And
Are you doing Are you doing caps? Or are you doing?
I'm doing caps. Yes,
Okay.
caps is caps to begin with.
All right.
Write it on the thing.
Yeah, that's what he's doing.
I.
This green ink.
Yeah, green ink.
A.
Okay.
Hold on, let me zoom out so I can see both. Okay, there we go.
I.
Yeah. Close enough. The bar in the middle should be centered. Not near the bottom like that.
I. Right.
Close enough. Write that a few more times, get the feel of the letter.
All right. Seems to get it pretty down pat.
Okay. Good. Now we'll go with B.
All right.
The second character. And Vedrick draws a B.
How's that?
Crude, but I can read it. He's going to say, now, the sounds, each of these letters makes a sound.
Right.
So, can you guess what sound an A makes? Yes, that is
Leslie.
exactly right.
Wait, really?
Ah. A.
Ah.
Yes.
I.
Ah.
I.
So, for example, an apple begins with the letter A. Makes sense?
Right. Yeah.
Right.
No, that makes sense.
So, similarly, B. What does B sound like?
B.
Yes, but what sound does it make in a word?
B.
Ellie, how would you say the word? And how would you describe a round object that you would throw and play catch with?
A ball.
Mm-hmm. And what does that word start with?
B.
Yes. And what sound does that make?
Ba.
In that, yes. Yes, you're learning. Good.
You can see Allie like he seems rather confused how this is working, but he see the positive feedback. He's kind of like nodding, kind of like an eager puppy who has no idea how to play fetch.
All right. And Vedrick will start going through the rest of the uppercase characters. Just kind of quickly drawing them out. And briefly kind of doing the same kind of lesson. With each of the letters.
K, L, L, M, N, O.
You gotta be like a regular like kid learning
Yeah.
alphabet where you like draw one letter like
Right.
huge and then all in the other ones like ridiculous
Messing up
small.
B's and D's.
Backwards letters.
Never understood how kids could do that.
Mess up
W,
letters.
Backwards letters.
X.
Like, it's impressive.
Yeah. Well, I guess when you have no context, then you
Mhm.
both seem the same level of difficulty. Sigma.
Ali's secretly actually a prodigy. He's like speaking different languages.
Don't forget the S-set.
Oh, what?
Oh yeah,
Oh.
yeah,
The S-set.
yeah. The other B. The what is it like? Oh, why am I blue?
Yeah. You probably could guess by the end of the night and by the end of the first day, Ali gets very, very frustrated. Lots of scribbles, lots of cursing, lots of crumpled papers. I'm never gonna get this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Allie, well, yeah. I know. Like once Vedrick kind of goes with the capitals, he'll basically go off and let Allie practice until the
Okay.
evening, and he'll say meet up again at 8.
Okay.
p.m. this time.
All right. Ali will do such. Pretty much periodically throughout the day. You will again. You'll hear cursing. You'll hear like just screeching, the table being pulled over at one point, or I guess attempt to. He's not that strong. But eventually you'll hear the tapping on your door again.
Come in.
This is probably one of the hardest things I've ever done.
Good. You
What do you
enjoy a
mean,
challenge, don't you?
I do, but I'm never gonna get this. Look at yours and look at mine. And he'll show you. And it probably is atrocious.
Everyone has to start somewhere. Do you think that I was born being able to write? Contrary to popular beliefs, elves have to learn things too.
Well, but you have like all the time in the world, right?
To some extent, yes, but it doesn't take one this long. I mean, yes, to write beautifully, it takes a long time, but the basics should not take very long. And I think you are starting to get a grasp of it. He'll just kind of look and say, start correcting some of them.
Okay.
Your A and your B are passable. C is backwards, and he'll kind of correct it, point to his C. D is fine, just make sure those lines connect. E, F, take care not to have your F turn into a T there. And he'll basically go through, point out all the backwards ones, and
Okay.
kind of like tidy up, basically get him to rewrite the ones that are wrong,
Right.
or untidy.
All right. Good stuff.
And he'll say, "Good, I think you're learning." So, as you can see, there are these are the characters of the alphabet. Now, are these the only characters?
Yes.
No, you'd be wrong. If you were to write, I'll give you an example of a word, and Vedrick will, my pen keeps turning blue. Vedrick will write a word. Pi. What are the three letters here?
P
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
F. No. A.
Close. No, you were closer with the first guess.
PIA.
Yes.
Okay.
And sound it out. You know what they sound like.
P. Pa.
Close. Think about it. You know the language verbally.
Right. But. Pie.
Yes.
Pie.
Yes. Something simple but to be enjoyed. He'll say, now that while yes, people will understand that, it looks, if you were to write in these letters all the time, it looks like you're screaming at somebody.
It does.
Yes. Generally, there are rules for this set of the alphabet is called capital letters, and they are only used for the beginning of sentences, statements, or in the case of a proper noun, such as a name, a name of sorts. So, for example, saying your name, you would have a capital A, but only the first letter. The rest would be lowercase.
All right. As you're saying this, Vedrick, you can see you're losing Allie more and more as he's kind of just like almost going like glass-eyed as he's kind of just like trying to follow. And it's not doing too well.
Okay, we'll start simple. We'll start writing the lowercase alphabet, and Vedrick will flip the page over.
Vedrick, could we do that tomorrow? I did know. I know this enough.
Very well. Then practice. In tomorrow morning. We'll see. You'll have you try again at writing the capital letters.
Okay. So
Very well.
I imagine that's what happens day in and day out.
Yeah.
Letters, capitals, lowercase, the rules, the phonetics.
Alright,
After a long, arduous week
Yeah.
for both of them.
at some point, the party deigns to go for a night on the town
All right.
to celebrate Allie learning some new letters.
Can I guess me and Paul just kind of RP'd, or said what we were doing behind that. So I think you guys have noticed that Danyar has been hanging about the Red Moon Inn, and she's been helping loaner by bringing in like barrels and like crates of stuff.
Okay.
Interesting.
Cedric will probably look at her curiously.
It's so nice to be outside. I've been in that room for days. What does the sun look like anymore?
Hard work is how you achieve things, Halfling. Do not complain. It'll make you a better man.
Vedrick will say, I think to celebrate Ali's progress in his endeavors, and for a well-deserved break, we should go out to a fine place for dinner, I think.
A fine place.
Something-
else, pays for it.
Yes.
I can
Ali will
I
pay
can
for it.
assist.
Thank you.
There shall be a payment for the week.
Of course.
The finest eatery in Ubersreich is Wings of the Pegasus. It sits at the top of the Osterstrasse. It has all manner of exotic.
Wings
Yes.
of the Pegasus.
That's
That
59.
that's 59. Yep.
Yep.
59.
On your way over there,
I'm gonna make sure before you go, everyone's looking nice, like cleaned
Okay.
up.
Yeah, I mean Vedrick's always looking at me.
Vedrick's looking fine, mainly the halfling and
Oh,
Jasper.
Dinyara tries to bathe a lot, and at least if she can't have nice clothes, then she'll at least like make sure that like physically she's not gross.
Okay, good.
good.
That's for,
I don't know if
Dress
a bath is
attire,
quite necessary.
dinner party attire.
Oh yeah, elves are like
Yeah.
elves take baths.
Anyone bringing any weapons?
No.
No,
Wait,
I
we
mean
have to
like
bring weapons
nope.
to this?
I'm bringing my Zweihander.
yeah. I mean, yeah, I guess like well,
You can't
Yeah,
openly
probably.
carry weapons in the Empire, for the most part.
you can or
But,
can't.
Can, but
We're going.
I mean,
out to
probably-
eat,
you're
so-
going to
yeah.
a fine eating place.
Yeah,
so
probably like.
you
Yeah,
would-
I don't
they
know,
wouldn't
like.
really be allowed in the restaurant.
Oh, okay, yeah. In that case, yeah. Then probably not.
Yeah, I'm not bringing anything.
I'd like your finest chicken. As Siegfried just whips out the Zweihander.
They killed my fucking chicken.
Come on,
Nugget
be
residue, that's
right back.
amazing.
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Siegfried, you see a figure emerge from beneath the lamppost.
Mhm.
See who that is?
Yes, I see that.
Alright, everyone roll initiative.
I'm
Oh
back.
boy.
Okay.
Initiative time, boys.
Called a trifle. Initiative. Oh yeah, click on your portrait. Hold on, I'm like really smalled out. Oh god.
What a roll 1.
I forget how I do that.
Click on
Click
your.
on your token, and then
Oh,
Alright.
left.
hold on. I need to replace that with your name.
Oh, gotcha.
It's okay, I rolled a 2.
Higher initiative is better, right?
Yes.
Correct.
That's correct. Need Allie and Jasper.
I rolled mine. Did it not go up? I rolled a 31. So try to roll again?
Yeah, try it again. I don't know what happened here.
I did see it up there, then somehow disappeared. Ooh.
Okay, let me just add you custom.
That's some low initiative.
Oh no. A low haven gang.
They've come to
Hello.
collect.
They're beans.
Siegfried, you see a halfling thug emerge, and he's got brass knuckles, kind of punching his palm with a wide grin. As you see others begin to. It's not round 2. Why does it say that? I don't know what's going on there. Yeah, as other shadows move ahead. This looks like a hopeless fight. None of you have weapons. They may not have you cornered. You may be able to run away. You could try and stand and fight with bare hands and whatever implements you can find around you. You could attempt to hide. It's up to you.
Alright, Vedrick will actually, he can't see them, can he? Right now.
Siegfried may have told
I'll
you.
say, like,
Okay.
there are halflings that look like they want to mug us ahead of us.
Oh no.
No way,
Coming back to bite us.
We'll turn around. Do I know who the Lowhaven gang are, Paul?
Give me a Lore Reichland. Just a raw Lore Reichland.
I want to
You've
use an
heard-
SL.
Ooh, that
I
was
use a
close.
fortune to add 1 SL to that.
Yeah, okay.
That was a close one.
They are a halfling gang that operates in and throughout the Reichland and some other areas of the Empire. Their leader in Ubersreich is a woman named Mercy Lowhaven.
Okay.
And they are a classic gang of thieves, burglars, and assassins who, in this case, want blood for blood, basically, after Vedrick curb stomp killed one of their own.
Wait, what do you mean Lowhavens?
We might have had a bit of a tussle with them in the Red Boot Inn.
Are
Might have killed one of them.
killed one of them?
You kind of like,
Siegfried is flabbergasted right now.
you're kind of like off, like, Frederick,
Vedrick will say, there's no time. There's no time. You need to go. We are all unarmed, but I still have my powers. I can hold them off.
Hold them off, are you mad? Look how many of them are there.
I'm a wizard.
You can all move out into the open and take a look at them if you want.
Yeah.
Oh, well, shit.
I can't see how many there are. I only see 3 right now, so.
Yeah, you've human
My
vision.
human eyes.
I only
Do
see
your
3
elf
too.
eyes see?
Oh yeah, I can see 4.
There's a 4.
And one of them looks like she's acting something special.
The ones that look unfamiliar have hand crossbows as well as daggers.
Well.
Right.
Crossbow pistols as well as daggers.
Yeah, no, we don't. We left our weapons
Yes.
back in the inn.
Can Vedrick start channeling?
Yep.
Alright. Channel.
Actually, why don't we do it by turn?
Okay.
In combat. So, Denira, if you want to go, you can.
I am going to suggest the whole party that we retreat and find a different way, even if it takes longer. I'm gonna back up.
Alright, Vedrick, what is your response?
Vedrick will start backing up, but he'll also start channeling.
Okay.
So, wins.
Winds of magic swirl and change.
Oh, this is like a street, right? Or is this like a back alley?
It's an alleyway, yeah.
Ah, well, fuck.
Oof.
95 perception.
That test is plus 4, I think.
Yeah, it's plus 40 test. Basically, it just requires you to have the second sight count.
Gotcha.
Like, you will get to. Yeah.
I could technically get it now. I'm just don't want to spend all my XP yet.
Okay, yeah, so I will begin channeling.
Denier, it appears to you that Vedrick is not going to back down. He wants to stay and hold them off. There's a look in his face that is some mixture of dread and resolve. I'm not sure which of them is more prominent.
Oof. Not the time.
Go. I'll be fine.
I'll look at him for a little bit. Can I like see what's happening with him? Basically, same thing that Daenerys sees.
Yeah, I mean, Vedrick, you can describe how.
Yeah, I think his
detail you want.
his face is kind of contorted. He looks like he's trying to focus. But he looks like it looks like he has a kind of a mixture of emotions. Definitely resolve, a bit of anger, but a tinge of perhaps regret.
Waiting for that word to come up.
Alright. I want to reach out my hand to him then. Try and clasp his hand. Kind of like, you know, those badass, like, grabbing each other's arms kind of thing.
Yeah, he'll return it.
Alright, let's see. This is my use for you. And I'll nod. I'll
He'll
turn
say,
away and walk.
Take back your keep for me.
But Lord, what do you mean this is...
Run, halfling.
Ron, Patrick, you're mad. You can't hold them off. We got so much to learn. You were teaching me. You could be more use of than sacrifice yourself. Allie will try to start like yanking Patrick. I'm assuming he won't be strong enough to do so though.
Pulse?
There'd be a post strength.
Okay.
Well, Vedrick's pretty freaking weak, so.
I don't know about that.
Everyone's pretty freaking weak except for fucking Siegfried.
Oh,
Oh
good
my
goodness.
Critical success.
No.
Vedrick, you were channeling, right?
Yeah, I mean, I failed, but yeah, I would.
Let's
that
give you
didn't work.
Let's give you
Oh,
Oh boy. Franz Loner.
There's the one you were looking for, Caleb.
How desperate do you think Vedrick is casting?
well, yeah, he's definitely like trying to channel quickly because he knows that, like, in his mind, yeah, major.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it basically in his
disrupts his magic.
Yeah, in his mind, like, so the way Vedrick's thinking is, like, he doesn't believe that he's going to die, or, like, but he knows that, like, obviously he needs to get his magic off to, you know, like, to actually do something. So basically, in his mind, he's like, you know, I'll try to do damage, and then potentially I can make my escape if I capture someone else.
The strength of Allie's pull has completely
Yeah.
knocked him out of.
Yeah, yeah, you probably knocked me prone, actually, like, because I was completely focused on killing. Well.
Uh-oh.
Do you have resolve?
No.
That's not a resolvable.
Yeah.
That's not a condition. So he begins speaking
first in Elfarin, and then in classical, and then in strange esoteric tongues.
He looks very angry at Ellie, and he attempts to push him away.
All right. Wait, how many rounds?
Oh,
Okay.
1d10, so I'd have to roll.
Oh, okay.
Not horrible.
Paulus, can Allie drag Bedrick? Or is...
You can try next round.
Okay, cool.
Alright, low heavens move up. Jesper.
Let's just kind of go with the rest of them, kind of veering backwards.
Alright, Deniero.
Can I assist Allie in dragging Vedrick because he's being a charge?
Vedrick, how will you respond to that?
Well, I can't communicate
Just the
properly.
RP.
Vidrick just kind of looks at Daniera and tries to wave his other arm and just
Give us the tongues.
Tongues.
Macaroni and cheese.
Good.
Macaroni and cheese. Give me a Sicilian pie with pepperoni.
Now is not the time. We don't have any weapons. Even if you could do something.
He starts seeing into other dimensions of other RPG, typical RPGs.
He sees
He
Ven
starts
fighting an
speaking
Inquisitor.
as Ven.
Wait,
What you
fuck,
doing,
oh,
Mon?
you kidding me? Are you kidding me? My freaking speak cut out. I didn't hear you fucking say whatever you just said.
I said he starts speaking as Ven. He starts seeing into other tabletop RPGs.
Cthulhu Fatagan.
Yeah.
Alright, Vidrick.
Vedrick will
Freaking
attempt to channel
British
again.
character comes out. I can't believe you've done
I
that.
can't believe. I mean, high elves do have like a in English.
A disappointed Englishman.
Yeah.
Can't believe you've done this.
All right, then he'll try to channel again. Where is it?
Nice.
Ooh.
All right, so that is +4 +2 from
Mm-hmm.
successful. So that's,
Talentos.
yeah, from channeling.
Alright, Siegfried.
Can
If you'd
I?
like to, you can attempt to,
Yeah.
like, intimidate.
Intimidate them into moving.
Yeah.
Which is what I'm gonna do. I do get +10 because I'm a higher status than you guys, actually. I read that in the rule book, and I think
For that's true of charm.
yeah, it's charm, leadership, and intimidate. They all get buffs from what I read.
The only thing is that won't work against Eleni's character
Mhm.
because she does not recognize
I'll roll twice.
human.
Yeah, human stat
Human,
high, whatever.
Yeah.
All right, this is for Allie.
This will be resisted with cool.
Alright.
Coral.
A cool cucumber is, but not enough.
All right, and this is for Daniera.
Ooh, heft.
Good.
Cool. Cool hand Luke.
Nope.
Oh,
But she said, nah, ain't about that.
I do have a higher skill than her though, so.
Yes, tie it. Yeah, it goes to him. But so you can. The way you want to rule this is you can choose to not be intimidated. Well, you are intimidated. You can choose to not do what he's telling you to do, but you'll suffer a penalty to your actions if you do. If you do what he's explicitly telling you not to do, you will suffer a penalty to it.
So he's telling me to let go of
Yes.
Vedrick?
But I'm
Yeah,
not going
yeah.
to take away player control from you. So if you want to do it, you can. But you'll have a penalty.
Right, give me
I'll
that.
I'll tell him to let go of him, and he's accepted. He's stalwart in his resolve.
Okay. Okay, I'll let him go, I guess. It comes to my turn.
Allie will kind of like, I'll assume that Vedrick like swats him off and basically goes back into channeling. He's about to open his mouth, but then actually, Fitz, I'm gonna need a bigger tongue lashing than that. Come on.
Okay, I'll
give
give
me
it
that
to you
arm.
then. Halfling, I don't know if you understand a man's resolve yet. Perhaps you are too young for this, but he has decided upon this task, and it is a noble one. It's one of saving people he cares about. And if you think a band of thugs can take down a elven wizard like Vedrick, you're mistaken.
Allie will look to Vedrick, try to reach out for him, look back to Siegfried. Bloody! And he'll start running. Probably tearing up a little bit. You're a fool, Vedrick!
Vedrick does not respond.
Yeah.
I wish I didn't have the tongue thing. That's like a really
Yeah.
obnoxious one. So I can't actually cast.
Yeah. 12. Can't reach you. Just barely can't reach you.
Oh, man.
Alright, these two are gonna fire at you.
I will attempt to dodge.
Oh, you can't dodge range stuff.
Oh, okay.
Unless you're in melee.
Right, yeah.
Does Randall smile on
Yay.
Vedrick?
Nice.
Okay.
I like to
Jasper?
imagine the shots kind of like go by him, but like his form is like contorting from all the shadow magic.
Yeah.
It's so badass.
Jasper?
I'm gonna try casting dart at this guy.
Okay, go ahead.
Got a range of like 34.
Yeah.
So I typed it into my as a spell. It will just automatically do it if I click roll.
It should, yep.
Ooh, nice.
Nice.
Okay, so that's gonna wound him. It's willpower bonus plus SL, right, Burr?
Yes.
What's your willpower bonus, Jasper?
34. Oh, my bonus. So it'd be 3.
Yep. Okay. Alright, there's a little plink as it hits the. I did them. Okay, Tanira.
I'm gonna shout back to Vedrick. It's like, damn it, you better not get yourself killed. And I think she might actually say that in Altharian, just so it like sticks.
You see a wild-eyed wizard, his form contorting with the convulsing shadows of the magic that he's channeling with these unknown tongues. I will let you cast or channel, but you'll be at an additional neg 10.
Oof. Alright, I'll cast.
That'll be neg 40.
Heft.
So if you fail after having channeled, that's a miscast, right?
It's a minor, yeah.
Yep.
Alright, come on. I literally,
Let's
this is
see
where
it.
like having a fate point, I could just pump and pop it, but yeah.
But Randall has smiled thus far.
As neg
More
40.
has come to claim his due.
Neg 40, okay.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
So is that a major then?
I don't know how that works. Do they like compound into a major?
Yeah, let's make major.
I think that probably does.
Oh, that's a pretty cool spell.
Yeah,
It
because
is,
like
though.
Chain
the
lightning.
neg or whatever, the fumbling failure is a minor miscast on its own, and then failing when channeling is a minor miscast on its own.
Yeah.
So
Hit it.
Oh god.
major miscast.
Wow.
Alright, 1d10 wounds.
Oof.
Wow.
That's it. That takes you straight from 10 to 0, right?
Do I have how many wounds do I have?
10 right now.
Yeah. Can I like pop in, realizing this is happening, just pop and run at them, as I
Yeah.
realize like what is So you'll see Vidric kind of like this shifting kind of, almost cloud like fog like entity just charge in between, basically pass through the group. And,
Alright,
like,
roll
in-
a d10.
I don't know what that means.
Roll another d10. Okay, generate 7 major miscasts.
Oh boy.
Holy.
Oh my goodness.
Major. Alright, here's the first one.
Oh, that's so fucking
Ooh.
nasty.
Just for
spewing
RP references, after Siegfried shook his hand, he's not looking back, so he's letting that last image of Vidrek stay in his head. So
Again.
I'm not gonna
What
watch
the hell is this?
throwing.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Way to die.
Sprinkler. Floating sprinkler.
Oh wait,
Ooh, fortune points.
Ooh.
you should just
Wow.
spend them all and like corrupt completely and like just pop.
No, I don't think Vedrick would do that. He's aware of the. He would refuse that.
Wow.
5.
So basically, he like floats up into the air.
Oh
Slams
no,
on
it's
the
the
ground.
red swan.
I'm gonna make it giant spiders. And then one more.
Wow.
Woof.
Alright, roll the 1d10 again.
Oh my god.
The bleeding.
You see the floating, vomit spewing, etheric energy discharge of this powerful wizard charge headlong into the crowd, and then just an explosion shakes the very cobblestones of the ground as you all hurry away.
I am going to be like slightly horrified at that, because Bedrick was like, I could kind of consider him a friend, and like the only high elf I knew for like miles around. What the
Jesus.
shit?
Yeah, I would argue that like Allie probably turns one more time and then sees it, screams out his name as he's like, he just watches in sheer horror.
Jesus.
I think she'll actually be stunned for a second and like watch in horror.
Oh, slowly being dragged by Moore to the graveyard.
Ah, that is not okay.
He's hoping, like he'd have a if he could, he'd in his mind at least he'd have a prayer to Loec.
Give me. Oh, I just took control of your character. Wait, hold on. Give me a prayer check.
Pray.
Hold on. In players' journals, my players controlled by a bird. Yeah, give me a prayer check.
Wow.
If you get a 1, if you get a 1 to 5, Loic will answer your prayer.
This is where I wished I still had like a, yeah. 'Cause then I could do this. Prayer. Come on. I
Ooh.
succeeded,
Not enough.
but not
you
enough.
hear the laughter of Loic Loec's laughter. As it fades to shadow.
Big
Well-
oof.
The fuck?
However, somewhere in the distance, here we go. Bird, describe what's going on. This guy.
Well, actually, where would he be? Maybe he was at the fancy
decide.
place. He might have been actually at the fancy place, actually.
The restaurant.
Wow.
You hear the clopping of horses on pavement, and you just hear a shout, like a very loud shout, "By the lady, what has happened here?"
Wow.
And we'll leave it at that.
Alright.
Oh my god. Okay.
Wow.
That
That
is
was-
like actually scarring though. Jesus Christ. Thank you. Fucking asshole.
Magic with a pop.
Pop.
Paul.
Pop goes the veg.
To
Is
be
that-
fair, we did like prearrange.
Yeah.
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 I didn't just fucking nuke his character. for no reason.
Well, no, but
Classic.
still though, I was kind of hoping that he would disappear to the plot mist somehow.
Well, you didn't see him die.
It's true.
That is true.
Technically.
Paul, how? Okay.
Yeah,
I-
I guess
I
he's
think
not in the
that-
graveyard because you didn't see him die. Maybe he's not dead.
Jeez.
Well, I mean, if Allie had
It
turned
could have been
around-
an illusion. He is a shadow wizard, so you don't know.
It's true.
You never
Bedrick's
know
actually the
those
main
things.
villain. He's just messing with us.
He's corrupting your family this whole time.
Oh my god.
Aw, good thing he's dead then.
Oh
Fuck
wait, but
you!
pause.
No, I was supposed to meet the high elf. What with you?
You
Fucking.
can still meet Silverleaf.
Yeah.
I met her.
Ah!
She's an asshole. She's nothing.
I'm gonna say that while Vedrick was teaching Allie to write, he would have left a note in Daenerys' room that basically said where Silverleaf was.
Okay.
What was the name of the halfling group?
The Low Haven
The
game.
Low Havens.
Living Gang. I think they
They won this round.
but
Did
they're
they though?
they've been burned into our memory now.
Burned.
Literally.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Oh wait, Paulus, do we still have to roll for the read and write thing though?
No, I think that you can take that as fine.
Okay.
I
Cool.
wanted to give that to you because you both. It's good
Okay.
RP and such.
Okay. So now there goes the 100 XP.
And technically speaking, Jasper still owes Vedrick a favor to some degree. That could be an interesting
Call of
Give
the
me-
Void.
Yeah.
comeback.
Call a favor from the dead or from the graveyard.
Learn to read and write, but at what cost?
Pay the price in blood, every letter.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to have Allie write a nice little note.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well,
Wow, whale.
Well, indeed.
Right in the feels.
Jasper, have you spent any? What's your current resilience and resolve?
2 and 2.
Okay. Denier doesn't have a motivation.
What? I thought I typed it in, but it like never, like the personal short-term goal. I keep typing it in and it like doesn't save.
That's weird.
Like it's supposed to be like gain the next clue to where my aunt's location.
Not
is.
short term goal, motivation.
Oh, I don't have. Okay.
This is like
What is that?
basically like a constant thing. It's like what kind of drives your character.
Below fate and resilience.
Oh, okay.
Frederick got his.
Yeah.
Did you figure out the riddle?
Well, I assume that it had to do with the purple wind. It's the wind of death. The jeweled sleeve. Find a man and his best friend.
That's tricky because you need to. Someone else in the party has to help you with that riddle.
Huh. The Trail of Tales. Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Is that when I was reading through the book, I don't know if it's in the Empire, but I know Nuln is the jewel of the Empire. So is that related? Unless you're going to some elf place. But I don't know, like, the purple stuff. Or the best friend and the man and the Trail of Tales. Tale of Trails. Which one is that?
Okay, Allie did not get Pacey's loot yet.
Nope, not yet.
Still working on it. Nickel and diamond for it.
Let's do
Yeah.
125 XP for everyone.
Alright.
Would my personal short-term ambition technically have been accomplished?
What was your short term?
Find gold mage tutor.
Yes, you're right. So let me just.
You found a dank
Sounds
tutor.
like- yeah.
Have it there.
More like
Oh,
a
this
Copper.
50 XP extra for you.
Wow. The big gains.
The big gains. Thou can learn how to hoist.
Very nice.
I don't know
Wait,
if
how
it's
did
much,
that
so
show
much a
up?
tutor as a slaver.
I was just clicking it to see what the rule was.
Okay. Okay.
He's got the read and write now. He has learneth.
Yeah. That's so sad though.
I don't know if it's sad. He went out. He went out with a bang. I'm gonna say that.
That was scary.
That's why Siegfried didn't look. He was like, he's got this last image of Vedrick as a golden savior, as a stalwart. Yeah. You guys look
Allie
vomiting,
saw the gruesome
etheric,
side of magic today.
foggy, massless void.
Jesus.